49ers fan, so and we just
yeah.
lost again, so I'm a little upset. But
well,
they
y'all
look
at
good.
least, y'all still look good, no matter how y'all lose. Y'all still look good.
That's a plus. At least the 2 games that we lost this year, they were close.
Yeah,
they were only by 3 points, so we can't be too upset about that. But I still would have liked to win against Baltimore. That wasn't that great.
People are gonna figure out Baltimore eventually. I mean, they're always gonna. I think they're gonna be a good team for a long time, but people are gonna figure them out.
I mean, dude, it's the age-old thing, right? You bring a quarterback in that's a running quarterback, and then it takes people like a half a year to figure him out.
Yep.
And then once they figure him out, he's done. They're gonna basically just, I think, especially with the Niners, if they were to face Baltimore again, which wouldn't happen unless it was a Super Bowl. I think it's just the second time around. They're just gonna shut them down.
Yeah, it's always just need some time to adjust to that offense because there's been a whole bunch of offenses that look like, man, these dudes are unstoppable forever, and then somebody just figures it out, and it's not.
It's all it takes. It's all it takes. I mean, hell, the 49ers, when we went to the Super Bowl with Kaepernick, that's the same offense basically. Where it's like you have your read option, and so we'll see.
What's up, Smooth?
What's up?
Oh man, did the Patriots play today, or they play tonight?
They play tonight at 8.
What are they playing?
Texans.
All right, okay. Oh man, the Tom Brady era is soon to be over. I can't wait. 2 years max, 2 more years max, and he's out of here.
Probably.
Man, I wish we kept Jimmy G though.
Thank you. I love Jimmy G, man. He is unbelievable.
Yep.
I feel like he would have. It would have been a nice transition. But
yeah, it would have.
I didn't understand the rush to get rid of him. That made no sense to me. You would have thought keep him for another 3 years, and let's see what happens. But
yeah,
I don't know.
What's the name? Well, they wanted to keep him, but what's the name? Wanted to get rid of him. Wanted to trade him.
I thought Belichick wanted him.
Belichick wanted to keep him,
but
Kraft wanted to trade him.
That's crazy.
I mean, he won 2-3 championships since the trade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2. Wait. It's been 2. Dude, don't give him any more rings than he needs. Relax.
He won 6 since the trade.
Relax. All right. Well, everybody seems to be about to get in here. Actually, I want to wait to do that. I was going to give people information on how to submit gameplay because we're accepting gameplay for the background now because we play background videos while we do the podcast now. So came up with a good idea to allow people to submit gameplay, and I'll give y'all a little bit more information about that a little bit later. But I posted some information about it on my Twitter. So
nice.
Yeah. Where the hell is everybody?
They're just whatever.
Yo, mic check. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo, my fucking bad BG. Yo, you won't believe this shit. My computer just fucking restarted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was clicking the fucking ads out, and then that shit restarted, and it was 42 minutes remaining. I got a fucking Blue Yeti. Do I sound like shit? I'm using my fucking Beats headphones.
Oh, you sound all right. No, fine.
All right, when this shit reloads, I'm gonna try to get in the Discord. Yo, Appreciate you having me, bro. For real.
No problem. It's cool.
Yo, what up, kid? What up, Jimmy? What up, Nintendo?
What up, man?
Someone that's Stragon?
Yeah.
Yo, what up?
What's up, fam? You from New York, right?
Hell yeah, yeah.
I could tell. Okay. What up, dog?
Yeah, I'm a little bit. Ain't shit, man. Sleeping like a motherfucker out this bitch. You know what I mean?
I forgot we were doing.
Niggas going ice skating outside and shit. But yeah,
What? It's slushy out there.
Yo, it's sleeping like a motherfucker. I'm actually upstate real quick with my cousins on some Thanksgiving shit.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm about to say it wasn't that bad just now. Okay.
Yeah, nah, I ain't in the city. I'm up north and fucking way up north.
You up there on that Griselda? I feel you.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know what's going on.
My man Benny. All right.
Yo,
this shit is dope, B.
What's the name supposed to be coming? Ricky. I invited Ricky to come because I think he knows a little bit about VR as far as like he's experienced. I think he still has a PlayStation VR.
I got one.
When was the last time you touched it?
8 months.
Wow.
Jimmy play games? What the fuck?
I used it on my PC to try that out. It actually worked. I was surprised, but it looks like shit.
Yo, Jack Move, what's poppin', fam?
What's good, bro? Who is it? Try? What's good, bro?
Hey, Trigon, bro. Hey, man, listen, I'm fresh out of prison. BG unblocked me like 2 weeks ago, and I mean,
hey, man.
Out this bitch.
Hey, welcome home,
You
bro.
one of those,
You already know.
Nah, bust it. My man, because I got a podcast for a Friday night gaming podcast. My man, Sai, my partner who I do it with, I put him on to y'all because I've been rocking with y'all for like since fucking '88, right? So I put him on to y'all, and then my man, Sai retweeted a tweet from BG. And he was like, yo, check the tweet. I went to look at that bitch. I couldn't see that shit. I'm like,
oh, man.
Yo, this nigga had me blocked. I'm like, I hit Sai. I'm like, yo, BG got me blocked. He's like, for what? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Hey, man.
So he hit him up.
Yo, you must have slid in the wrong mention at the wrong time, fam.
Hey, man. Anybody could get it at any time. I don't remember what I blocked you for.
Yo, I might have said some shit like, yo, Death Stranding was alright. That nigga blocked me.
Nah, it wasn't that.
Man.
It had to be something else.
Nah, it was on some. I've been rocking with BG for like all y'all since before the fucking weapon wheel, man. Back in fucking 09, 2010 and shit.
Yeah, you ain't been the first person to be on here that's been blocked by me at one point.
Oh,
it'd be funny because sometimes dudes be hopping in mentions like you ain't tagged, like you don't see the conversation. And they just be saying things. I'm like, I might as well just add you to the list. I mean, because you would be chatty, you know.
I was probably just fucking with BG on some other shit because I've been rocking with him for a good minute, man.
Yo, for a PC gamer, Bond is like dumb as shit sometimes. This man is asking.
You don't know how to get in there?
Yeah, he asking how to get in. You good, Bond? You all right?
Go right into this thing? Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I forgot we was there too. I was waiting for the call.
You know, Discourse for social rejects.
Oh, man.
What's up, Bond? What's up, man?
It ain't a good day, man.
I saw your team lost. Your team lost. Okay.
To the fucking Dolphins.
Season
is over.
Yo, and I'm a Jet fan.
Yeah, man. Wrap it up, bro. Grand opening, grand closing.
Oh, they lost to the Bengals. Ooh.
Jesus, I think the Redskins, the Bengals.
I gotta go get my neighbor then because he be walking around in a whole Eagles outfit.
Bro, the Bengals was 0-11 before today, bro. That's crazy.
Who they beat?
Jack,
they beat the Jets.
Don't do that to me, Jack. Move.
I know, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, we was on the rebound. We was about to go to the playoffs until this happened. You know what I mean? Facts.
Yeah, the whole weekend, the whole week, the Cowboys lose. I came from a wedding. This was a phenomenal weekend until about 2 hours ago.
Yo, Black Mind, real quick. I gotta thank you, my brother.
What happened?
I gotta thank you for getting all microtransactions banned in Sweden, my G. Appreciate you fighting for us.
Finally, somebody appreciates my work.
Hey, I appreciate that. Hey, thank you, Bon.
That's cap.
I've been asking, man.
Bon hasn't done shit for gaming. I need to stop thanking this man for stuff.
Nah, he the international lawyer for microtransactions, bro. Come on, man. That man fighting a good fight.
I've done more against microtransactions than you've done for multiplayer gaming.
Oh shit!
I taught a lot of people out here how to play multiplayer games. Don't sleep.
You mean how to duck them?
I got a lot of children out here.
How to duck them?
BG, don't ban me from the podcast.
BG, you be complaining about there's no multiplayer games out here, but you be ducking everyone.
They're not good.
Yo, BG, don't ban me for saying this. Witcher 3 is a good game, bro.
Hey man,
what happened to Pokemon, BG?
Do we really consider Pokemon a multiplayer game?
Did you say you're gonna?
It does have multiplayer.
I mean, it does. No, I didn't. I'm not buying a. I'm not playing Pokemon because I refuse to buy another Switch. I've had like 3 Switches.
What happened to Dragon Ball?
I was busy.
Oh my god.
Oh, speaking of multiplayer, what's going on? I keep saying you getting called out for Halo. They say your name used to be Halo.
Are you gonna be ducking that too, BG?
I don't know. I just want to hear what's happening.
Unless some type of family, God forbid, act of God or family emergency comes up when
the only family emergency.
They should have family emergency.
Or act of,
the only family emergency you have is where's the hamburger helper?
Act of Gods be happening and sometimes stop me from playing games, man. Like
what?
Hurricanes, earthquakes, shit happens, bro.
You live in New York.
What do you? So what?
You have is crazy ass Nintendo fanboys.
You ain't seen that movie? What was that movie where like New York froze over and like it was like the apocalypse? What
God. Yo, this dude will make any excuse to duck a game.
Hey man, that happens.
Yo, Bon, you installed Halo?
It's not even out until like the 13th, isn't it?
The preload. I saw people telling you preloaded.
I ain't preloading shit. We gonna see how this game turns out day one before I even spend money.
Good excuse.
You can get it on the Game Pass.
Bro, you saw how Master Chief Collection turned out. I would actually had an Xbox day one. That's the reason I never bought an Xbox. I was hype on the Xbox One. I'm like, we getting this Master Chief Collection. We about to play this. We about to crush it. Me and all my friends are about to get Xbox Ones. And that trash probably still didn't get fixed until last year.
Good answer.
I'll give it 2 days before I buy it. I mean, what's the third? The third is a what?
It's Tuesday, bro. Tuesday.
Nobody plays games on Tuesdays anyway.
I'm teaching my kids the calendar too.
Are you saying Bond one of your? Oh man,
I'll have it by the weekend.
All right. So we get the Halo. That's what we heard about when they used to call you Halo.
Yeah, that little 5-day window though will be sure to we don't have to run into no Red Dead Redemption situations or anything like that.
That's true.
You can't be buying PC games. I don't give a fuck when anybody says you cannot be buying PC games day one. You can't.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, but I do.
What about Cyberpunk? You
I ain't trying to wait.
Right? Not day one.
Wow, this man got no loyalty. I feel you. Okay,
maybe day 2.
He said maybe day 2.
What? Yo, I broke my rule when I bought the Xenoblade 2 Collector's Edition. Paid $80 for hot garbage.
Oh, all right. Let's get the podcast started. Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 218. Make sure you check us out on SoundCloud, Google Play, iTunes, Spotify. Check out the Weapon Wheel Patreon. Link is in the description for that. Make sure you hit the like button to support. Join the Weapon Wheel Discord. It is open to everyone. And let's do these intros. First time on, Nintendo Guru.
What is up, man? Thank you for having me on.
Right. Also, first time on, Trigun, formerly banned from my Twitter, formerly blocked.
Hey, what's poppin', fam? It's your boy Trigun411. Hit me at twitch.com/Trigun411. Follow us on Friday Night Gaming Podcast on YouTube. Shout out to my boy Side. Yo, I'm happy to be here and chop it up, baby.
Also, Jay Gott just joined us.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, what's up?
Cool.
All right, Jack.
Hello, everyone. Hope we have a good podcast this week, and I almost beat Sleep Stranding. So there you go.
Oh man.
One more stream.
All right.
Hey, Jack, you beat that Game of the Year edition? Hey, let's get it.
Oh man.
Crash.
One more stream, though. I'm being there.
Bond.
Fuck it. Let's get I'm just pissed off about these goddamn Eagles. Let's just get this over with.
Hey man. I was saying earlier, I'm the NFL version of an Xbox fan because I'm waiting until like the draft night. That's what I'm looking forward to now. Off season and draft night, baby. Let's go.
3, woo!
It'd be like that sometimes.
Wait the draft day, woo!
Move.
But no, in an Xbox world, they would be like, it's not too bad, guys. I mean, the Ravens aren't that far ahead.
The gap is closed.
The gap's gonna close.
Our record is gonna get better.
What's up, everybody? It's the Best Buy Kids.
We lost games by negative, irrelevant statistic, but hey, it's okay.
All right, and Jimmy.
Yo, what's up, man? It's Jamaica Games. Yeah.
All right, now. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna start the the video real quick. And so let me just talk about this real quick. We are accepting gameplay to play in the background during the podcast. So if you want your gameplay to, to be featured, you just have to send an email to weaponwheelpress@gmail.com. And in the email, in the body of it, just type in the subject, just type Weapon Wheel submission. In the body, tell me what game you want to submit. Do not try to submit the game through email, of course. You can't even do that. Just tell me what game you want to submit first, and then after that, I have to send you a video release form. Yes, a video release form. We're doing this officially, so nobody can try to fuck with us. So you have to fill out the video release form, which I will send you after you email me. And then I'll have to send you a Dropbox link. The video must be at least 1080p and 30 minutes long. It doesn't matter how old the game is. There is no guarantee that your gameplay will be used. And don't send us any type of weird gameplay.
Is there gonna be like a Patreon tier for people to automatically get gameplay in?
Well, they have priority. If Patreon members want to submit something, they have priority. And yeah, don't send us no weird gameplay like Panty Raider or something like that. We're not going to use it. Okay?
Who's playing this right now?
That's Fang. KW Fang submitted that. Playing Halo.
Why are you wasting bullets shooting a warthog? Yeah, I'm about to give like commentary on this thing right here.
Hey, man. I ain't going to be... my gameplay ain't going to be the only one getting criticized around here, so yeah. All right, so...
Is this dude not him? Oh, he's not right. He's behind the shield.
All right, so let's get to the first topic, and yeah, let's get right into talking about Phil Spencer and his VR comments.
Before we even get into that, I need to ask: does anybody here have VR?
Yes,
I've had mine for like over a year already.
Yeah, I have mine for like 2 years,
something like that.
I've had mine for 2 years and used it 3 times.
I plan on getting one next generation.
Okay, so Phil.
Yeah, I plan on getting one when it's relevant. Go ahead.
Phil Spencer pretty much said that nobody is checking for VR. He was obviously talking about the Xbox fan base. He said, nobody really wants it. And I think we all know when he said nobody, because people were suddenly taking him very literal. I mean, when we say Xbox don't got no games, nobody means it to the literal sense where they have 0 games or 0 exclusives. We know that means virtually none, but suddenly people were taking him, to the actual definition of the word. And I mean, if you look at the numbers and the metrics, VR is still very, very niche. And the majority of people don't want it. So I don't know why people were upset about what Phil Spencer said.
They still fighting that battle. They still running around with it on Twitter. Like, I mean, like really, like they going hard. But I don't know. I don't know why people acting like that. All the people talking that shit, they probably got VR, but they haven't used it in years. All their VR systems is collecting dust. Like, I don't believe anybody like that was going so hard on like VR is actively using VR. It's not something that you literally play every day. And I've had my PSVR for Christmas like a couple years ago. Like I said, I used it like 3 times, and it's it. It's not something. So people are like, oh, you only saying this because Xbox doesn't have VR. But I was like, I have VR. I have no need for it. I mean, but a lot of people like blew this out of proportion. I know, but I'll let Bond, chime in and damage control this because he ready to do that shit. But
I really don't care about VR one way or another.
No, you usually typically when X is something coming out of Xbox camp, you usually have a combat for it. So.
Hey, Tix say you want to come on? He want to defend it.
I know he has one too. Hey, but I have it, and like to tell you the truth, I use it like almost every day.
I'm not interested in what somebody irrelevant like Phil Spencer. What does somebody reputable have, like a Naughty Dog or a CD Gods or a Rockstar to say about this?
Well, CD Projekt Red said it's the same thing. It's extremely niche, so it's not something they are thinking about or worried about.
There you go.
Yeah, the way I see VR, like to keep it a buck with you, VR is like riding a fucking hot air balloon. Shit's mad cool, but like we don't really know a lot about it, and it could be dangerous at certain heights. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, for real, like that the people that be with you, like People ain't playing VR. There's certain people, like there's 4, 5, maybe 6 people in the country who are doing VR like every day. Everybody else, like you get on there, you get your motion sickness, and then you good. Like it's cool for a minute, but you're not playing that over like God of War or Witcher 3 or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's not.
Trey, but are you saying this from your personal experience, or you're just like just guessing here?
I'm saying you talking about me? You talking about Trigun? Because you said Trey.
Yeah, my bad. Trigun.
Fuck is going on?
All right, well, that's what's up. Yeah, now I'm talking about from like all of my cousins and all my friends have VR and they don't use it. And I've played it before. It's cool. It's cool to me, but I'm not trying to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I have it and I've used it like on a daily basis before, and personally to me, like I don't get motion sickness from it or anything like that. But I mean, I think it's a good piece of tech. As a niche, yeah. But I mean, to say that nobody wants it, it's kind of like you can't make absolutes like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, nah, I didn't say that at all. I'm saying it's cool. It's like I said, hot air balloon. The shit's cool for a minute, but you're gonna do it every day. Like all I'm saying is this, and you have your personal experience. That's one case study. I've looked at like 10 or 15 different people, and plus other people that I know that are gaming that have it that don't really use it every day. Because I go in depth on my podcast talking about it, and they say it's cool for like a couple days, but after that they gotta drop it for motion sickness, or there's not a lot of games being developed that are going to draw them more so than a console game or a PC game. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying it's not bad. I'm just saying it's underdeveloped, and I don't think it's at the point where it's ready to really take over as far as something that's becoming mainstream. I think, like BG was saying, it's niche, and it's like I respect niche games, but at the same time, ain't nobody really checking for it to keep it a beam.
I mean,
but what are they playing it on?
What do you mean?
PC or PS4?
Oh, like a multitude of consoles. Like some people playing it on the PC, some people on playing the PS4. Like a lot of different systems.
Yeah, what kind of got me, not to get me, but like when Phil Spencer made that comment, like from like his Microsoft's perspective, it's kind of weird because don't they have a mixed reality, which is from them, and it costs like.
But it's not VR. It's not Xbox VR.
Yeah, it's hologram, the HoloLens. Yeah.
You got
mixed reality. I think it's. I believe Microsoft had Acer make it, Acer or LG, one or the other. So like
no. All right, so they have the MR thing that you're talking about, the mixed reality or the AR things. That's more so like enterprise stuff. The stuff that you're talking about, the gaming stuff. Those aren't Microsoft headsets. They just run Windows. That's all. Those are like Windows Dell makes one, Lenovo has them, Dell has them. I think HP has one or something like that. They just run Windows. Yeah.
So that is that like so they got Microsoft license out to somebody else to make or what?
No, they're just using like Windows software.
Okay. Yeah, because a friend of mine has that piece of hardware and it works just fine. You know what I mean? Now, is it like the Vive or the Index? Nah, but it's like a lower tier version of it. So
and I mean, the most successful VR device is the PlayStation VR with 4.5 million. So like if that's the most successful one, the other ones are really bombing.
It's successful, but like it's not as good as the Vive.
Yeah, it's not nearly as good as the Vive or the Index.
Yeah,
like,
quality. I'm sure those are. I've used the Vive. The Vive is the Oculus. I tried one of them, and those were the only ones. One of them was the only one where I didn't feel like I was gonna die when I used it. PSVR, tried it, almost died twice. Don't want to risk it again. It's not happening.
Have you tried the Valve Index? It has 140
it just came out.
Hertz refresh rate.
That's just $1,000, isn't it?
Well, it depends.
No, I spent $800 for it because I ain't need.
Oh man, what a deal!
I ain't need the sensors. I already had a Valve.
Yo, but do you think VR is this way because it doesn't get the actual AAA support? What do you mean?
That's
the numbers, like the fact that
it's actually starting now to get more and more. Like you got Respawn. I think making a VR game. You had
you got a Marvel game. I see it coming, but it still doesn't look. AAA to me though.
It's gonna be a while.
That Half-Life definitely looks AAA. They just had a game that released not long ago that's like pretty AAA.
And to me, every VR game, most VR games I see look like a gimmick. It doesn't look like a normal experience in VR. Everything looks like a gimmick.
Well,
but those were
what are you looking for then?
They were like tech demos. They be looking like tech demos.
Those were tech demos. Like literally, a lot of those were.
Like, it's either tech demos or something on rail, like that Marvel, that Iron Man VR game. Is that even out? I don't even know it's out.
I don't think yet.
I don't know. To me, that looks like it's on rails, and I want for me to really enjoy VR. It would have to have the high resolutions, the really high frame rates, so I don't get sick, and it would have to just be I don't want maybe I'm the minority in this, but I don't want a unique VR experience. Right, I just want to play a game. I want to play a game how I would normally play it, except in VR, I guess.
All right. So you want a Valve Index. So he wants to get a Valve Index. He also wants to get GTA 5, get the mod to play it in VR, or you could get Skyrim VR or Fallout VR.
Ew.
Yeah, but
they're actually
I'll be honest with you. I think VR is a fad. It's going to end up like 3D vision, like NVIDIA 3D vision, all that 3D TV and all that bull crap.
That's because broke people don't want to give it a try. People broke don't want to pay for it.
Nah,
don't be playing those low budget games.
Hey,
I guess, but the same people have like a $3
you pay $100 for a VR.
I bought two of them, dog. So and
them games like 10 minutes long. Come on,
Jimmy's
man.
right. You pay $100 for a VR to play PSP games.
At the end of the day, this is what you got to think about. You got to think about this opportunity cost. You gotta make me put down my PC game, my PS4 game, my Xbox.
Yeah, exactly.
Never mind, they don't have games anyway. You gotta put down a PS4 game or PC. No, I'm just trolling. You gotta put down these games in order to play VR. You're not getting me to put down Control or God of War or Red Dead Redemption to play a VR game. Like you're not getting me to do that. So until you can get me to put down the game that I'm playing to play VR, I think it's always going to struggle. Do I want to see it be successful? Absolutely, because I love to see competition in gaming and gaming grow. But at the same time, you need to make like we're niche in the fact that we're hardcore gamers. You need to take the kid who's playing Fortnite and make him want to put Fortnite down to play VR or Apex or whatever. So until they advance the technology to the point where, like BG was saying, it's a game that's. We want games, but they want to be enhanced by VR, not like deteriorated. Where the point is, it looks like a tech demo.
Yeah, and you're also talking. Hold on. You're also talking about gaming in general, Fortnite. This is 30 years in the making to get to a Fortnite, to get to an Apex. You're talking about 5 years. Possibly a VR happening right now. Like it's going to take time. It's not going to happen. Like here it is, boom, go. Like PlayStation getting involved has evolved it and changed it to the point where you actually have first-party companies actually working on games for VR. PlayStation's putting the money behind it. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen right away.
Right.
What Phil Spencer's basically saying is at this moment, there's no need for Xbox to jump into the VR game because you have all these bigger companies. They're more worried about getting back in control with xCloud and doing all this stuff in the next generation. They're not worried about VR. And I don't think any substantial company should be looking at it unless you're already involved in it. And I think that's why PlayStation's where they are and all the other guys are where they are. It's going to take another 10 years before this thing is actually viable and to where people can
tell me that VR won't be viable until streaming.
You just proved my point. Exactly.
Yeah, and the other thing they got to work on is like the like at least I know the PS VR, like you got to get rid of some of these strings and the size of this thing. Like you got to minimize that so it's not looking like Professor X's Cerebro and all this shit. Like looking like I'm trying to find mutants. Nah, bro, I ain't putting that shit on.
I think that's the next step.
BG, I get that, but the price is going to increase when you start doing stuff like that.
Yeah, the price will increase, the quality drops.
But not to mention, I don't know if a lot of you guys have the space to like have an actual VR like setup. You know what I mean? That's like another downfall of the VR tech. I mean, granted, I like using it, and yes, I have the space for it in my house, but not everybody has like a room they can like set aside to utilize the full experience. And
I thought they got past those sensor issues though.
Nah, not sensor. No. I mean, I could physically walk around like in the room I have it in. Not everybody can do that. You know what I mean?
Cerebro with Charles.
That's what that's what it looks like, man.
And then the whole niche argument is just I don't understand that in general because like once upon a time there was a time when people said games were niche. It was a fad.
That's true. That's true.
And there was a time where people stopped playing their games, and it was pretty much about to crash. And then they got saved by Nintendo. You know the whole story. Like it takes time. It takes time for people to get into it. I just hate people putting the negative stigma and all these false lies about VR that didn't really try it.
What are
or
the
they
false
just
lies?
hate saying that saying you need $1,000 thing because Jack. No offense, Jackie, my boy, but he put up. He was talking about the Half-Life 2. Alex, he was like, "Yeah, people are buying those $1,000 Valve indexes just to play it when you can literally play it on a $299 Samsung headset." Because
that wasn't my point though. But continue.
Yeah, but people were taking it as that.
It's expensive.
Yeah, my point was Valve is finessing people into buying them headsets, which they are.
But you didn't
which they are.
But you didn't need to get the Valve index. You could get any headset.
Yeah, but the average consumer not gonna know that.
Like I bought the Valve index because I don't know.
I want to say it's on the storefront. It says they can use the old one.
But when I saw it, it said buy the Valve Index for $9.99.99 and get a free copy of fucking Half-Life Balance. That's what it said.
Pay $1,000, get what?
Is that my fault? They failed to look deep into it to find out like what you need. I mean, you know what I mean?
Are we saying average consumers are savvy?
Is the average consumer even buying VR though?
Nope.
Who knows? I don't even fucking know.
To go back to
like cell phones.
He was like,
VR, stuff like that.
VR needs time. To keep it a buck with you, my man Ivan Sutherland in 1968 came out with the first head-mounted display. So you talking 68 to 2019, my brother. So you got to understand something. VR's had time to develop. It really is a niche thing. And like Tick said, I'm not trying to be negative about it. I actually want it to be successful. At the same time, Sega had a VR in 1991. There's been VR systems before, so don't act like it's a brand new thing. If you're talking about AAA companies really messing with it and Sony messing with it, it's a brand new thing for them. But VR's been around for 40
VR being
years
around,
now.
VR being around are two different things. Like Nintendo had the Virtual Boy, that's not VR. Like you can call stuff VR, but it's not legitimate VR. Like it is now actually being developed as a true VR. Just because they had stuff back, like it's no different than like they had cars in the 1920s, but you look at cars today, like it's insane what they could do now with cars. It's a totally different animal. And when you have big companies like you have now actually implementing money into it and designing it and developing for it, it's going to change the game completely. That's what I meant by like only a couple of years. Like you're talking 5 years.
No doubt. I
agree
real
with you,
but I still think I agree with you 100%. But I think it hasn't taken off in the past because the technology hasn't been there. Like you were saying, I think the technology is closer to being there now, but at the same time, it's still not there, and that's why it's not going to work until they get it to be where it needs to be.
Let's keep it a stack too. Some of y'all some fat asses. So some of y'all need to get up and play these VR games.
Just say my name. Just say my name. You know you're gonna keep it a stack.
Look,
don't do it to him.
Not a real Tick coming out. I was trying to be
nice. Watch your goddamn mouth, Tick.
I was trying. I tried.
If you need to play VR to get exercise, you need to stop playing video games.
Exactly.
Hey, see, Bond don't want to play it because his kneecaps won't fall.
Oh man.
Hey, Bond,
I use your legs in VR.
Lost weight.
Let me go work out.
You can get
out and play some VR.
Yeah,
crazy.
But
imagine if Bond could play VR on The Last of Us and he could actually swing the bat instead of Joel doing it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
that'll make him real happy. But is VR even on the list of things that Microsoft and Xbox should be focusing on as far as the gaming division? That's the least of their problems.
They need to focus on the games, my G.
Okay,
but it can make games for VR too. So
nah, they shouldn't.
They need to make
they need to focus on making games. Period.
Games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just got to focus on that.
Last thing on Microsoft's mind right now.
We can all agree on that.
Okay,
cool. Yo, but let me ask a question though. But what's the big push to having a AAA developer make a game in VR? Like, what difference is that going to make for you guys?
People only care. Come on, Jay. God, come on.
I think the experience.
No, I mean, raw.
People only care about AAA games.
We
know this.
I really don't.
My favorite VR games are not AAA.
Exactly.
Like
same.
My
favorite games in general are from AAA.
On an IMAX theater.
Like my favorite VR game, hands down, is Rec Room.
I mean,
most people are not going to play a game if it's not big budget.
How many like AAA games? How many triple VR games really are there though? Like that are like really made by this. like the A team at that studio, not like 5 people they sectioned off to work on it.
I mean, I know you guys praise Rockstar. They have one.
Okay. What games they made?
LA Noirs in VR.
They got LA
Noir. How is that?
I don't care about Rockstar personally.
I can't really see how much that would really benefit. Okay. All right.
That one, I forget what they bought. A lot of companies, but one of them companies that PlayStation just recently bought made a VR game. Like it was like some spacecraft game.
And some they make a lot of VR games.
Yeah, had a true story. It was pretty good hours on it and all that. So like,
Ready and done, make VR games. That's what they've been making mostly is VR games.
And like I was looking up some of the highest rated VR games. Like most of them, not hitting I mean, there's only 4.5 million PSVRs. So can you have to have a PlayStation VR to play PlayStation? You can't play PlayStation like VR games on anything else, right?
Some of them, not all.
Oh shit! Now Dark Cloud won't even like.
It's designed to use the VR though.
Okay.
Some of them have controller options.
Yeah, well, most of them aren't.
You don't feel like you shouldn't play with the controller though.
Yeah, definitely. It feels weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like my hand tracking sticks on my index.
Yo, but Chick, let me ask you a question real quick before we leave this topic. How often do you play yours?
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't had it hooked up for a minute though.
Hey, BG, you got dragged.
I played mine 2 days ago.
How many damn people?
How long is a minute?
No, we good.
A minute.
Mine 2 days ago, sir.
It was about a month or so ago.
Jeez.
Chick, you know what I'm asking you next, right?
What up?
What's the last VR game you beat?
Last VR game I beat.
Take beat games. Hold on.
I play mostly multiplayer games. So like the last time I was playing
multiplayer
Pavlov.
VR.
Yeah.
What's good, people?
Hello, sir.
Cloud, let's get your input on VR because I don't want to stay on this too much longer. But
VR is absolutely amazing.
Oh man, okay, don't cap. I didn't say the cap. I just said
it's absolutely amazing.
Oh, cap. Okay.
First of all, if you've never played games like Farpoint, if you've never played games like what is it, Firewall Zero, or just any game, any like VR game in general, like I can literally sit in VR headset for 8 hours straight and be perfectly fine.
I love the immersion.
I don't think that's safe.
You haven't seen that? Yeah, that don't sound safe at all.
But I'm perfectly fine though.
I played it for like 5 hours.
Even Nintendo tells you to take breaks after 3 hours.
Nah, I never had an issue. I've
never had an issue. I'm perfectly fine.
Y'all remember that episode of Black Mirror?
Pause. That's what's not amazing.
Y'all playing Striking Vipers. That's what's going on.
Yo, but I hear that.
No wonder Tick like
people like after a while they start to see like double vision.
I'm playing with you, Jack.
I don't see that. Even like I was like literally on like what was it Let's Golf VR for like I think like almost like 10 hours straight playing.
Now you know what it is. I think you get used to it after a while, though. That's what it is. I think after a while, like, using it over and over, you stop getting that motion sickness.
Look, man.
I used to cars. It was just fine.
You know, hanging out with the station, and they were like talking about like the future of VR and all that stuff. It wasn't even like a plan. It was just to give the audience something different to play. You don't have to sell 100 million to be successful. It's PlayStation VR is actually extremely successful for some. The VR headset alone makes them mad money. It don't cost that much to make. And then the studio and the games, people are buying it. So it's so the whole thing with Phil Spencer saying that, like, all you're doing is just basically you're pulling a JRPG episode all over again.
Nah.
Yes, it is.
And it sounds like you're celebrating that people getting ripped off. So you said he's celebrating the fact that it doesn't cost shit to make a VR headset and that they're making a ton of money off of it. It's like, okay,
PlayStation
VR. Yeah,
the PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
My headset is 1600p.
So every time something is out, the next year it costs less to order the parts. So it's cheap. They're making money now. You don't want your company to make more money to invest in better things?
Unless they hiring me? No.
Oh my god. But you over here just slaving for Xbox.
You're doing the same thing.
Sony pays me
He getting paid by PlayStation or Sony?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, Sony owns PlayStation, so I mean,
I don't give a fuck.
With my Sony badge, I could walk into the PlayStation office.
Do it.
I did it the other day.
Okay, y'all flexing now. All right.
I think he a little jelly, but ask Jack.
I saw the pictures. You stunning, all right.
Okay.
No, I think
more than Dark
you're
Cloud,
making
though.
good points. Like two different conversations. Are we comparing VR to console and PC, or are we comparing VR to like in and of itself? So I think compared to console and PC or whatever, it's going to be an L. But compared to actually making money and people who want something different in gaming, I think it's actually not a bad idea. And as the technology grows and it continues to get better, people will find an avenue that want to try some like off the cuff stuff. But as far as compared to the console, it's going to be an L. But
the bigger issue,
money and a little thing,
VR
it's going to be a
PC
thing.
like trumps over the console like tenfold.
Definitely.
but the bigger issue with this was just simply people, trying to come at Phil Spencer for this. You know, because I'm like, bro, there's plenty of things to criticize Phil Spencer and Xbox about, but this wasn't really legitimate. This was a reach.
Well, he took a shot at people that actually like VR. Like, I got offended because I like VR. And I was like, yo,
Well,
what are you saying?
It's not.
I ain't taking a shot at you.
When he says,
are you an Xbox gamer and are you asking for VR on Xbox?
Who asked for Lucky's? Who asked for Lucky's Tales? Who asked for Xbox Body Soap? Who asked for Xbox?
I'm sorry, Microsoft did. Sorry, stop with that Puerto Rican bullshit. Microsoft does not develop soap. Like, that's petty. That is the pettiest argument I ever heard.
I just got one issue with the Phil situation.
Who asked for Xbox Connect?
The Wii owners.
No, they didn't.
They had the Wii.
No, they didn't. I was one of them niggas. I didn't ask for that.
They influenced it.
No, he right.
And that shit still also on PSVR.
I am one of the originators of End-Up Nation. I didn't ask for that.
Hey, Smooth.
What's up?
Now, I agree. I didn't get mad personally at Phil for this. I really don't give a fuck. But there was a video that surfaced from E3 2016 where he did promise high fidelity VR. Yeah. Now, what's going on with that?
I still got the screenshot, and I got a video about that.
All right. They wanted to make the Xbox One X capable of supporting high fidelity VR, but they had no intentions to making their own for straight up VR. They thought it could work, and then Phil Spencer said he's not looking to heavily get into VR until it becomes something that it could be completely wireless, where you're not tethered to anything. He said that after that, and
on the console market,
they have that. It's called the Oculus Quest.
Yeah.
Well, you talking about for console?
Talking about for consoles, and how much is that Quest?
They could just make it.
Is that the shit you tether a fucking cell phone to your face?
No.
You sound a real. Yo, Kid Smooth, you gotta stop, man.
It's really everything built into the headset.
If anything,
come on, man.
Anything, Phil Spencer.
Hey, yo, take the L, yo.
Energy I get from like the just simple shit like that.
Let me add something else.
Like, really?
Take the L, kid.
Let me add something else. If anything, Phil Spencer again is taking shots at single player because he said he thinks of console gaming as a community thing. He don't care about the isolation thing. So he don't care about people just doing journeys on their own.
He was referring to VR, sir.
So hold up, they're on multiplayer.
Was he not referring to VR?
VR? You never heard of multiplayer?
I heard of VR, but I'm just saying.
Successful multiplayer VR games.
Is there a couch multiplayer VR game?
VR chat is
yeah.
Yes, there are.
No, you can't come on. Listen. Get off the hold on. Get off the Sony pony for 5 minutes. There's no way in the world that there's a multiplayer VR game. It just you have Star Trek.
There's a lot.
You have Star Trek, but who's got 5 head units that you can play?
No, there's a lot of
actually esports for VR.
You can. I'm saying you can't.
Like dead ass first person shooter.
Listen, you can't. Yeah, when you play he's talking about couch co-op situations. He's talking about
couch games.
Listen to me. What you're telling me is Sony has a game where multiple people put head units in and play at the same time.
No, it's not. It's still a couch thing.
No,
it's
he's
one
talking about this
headset,
multiplayer.
but it's still multiplayer.
Oh, so
I have on a headset.
You go along.
I think you play it off the TV.
Yeah, you play off the TV.
But if one person has a headset on at a time.
So basically, you're with the Wii U when you basically pass around the gamepad.
I'm sorry to say this, man. VR is trash.
I just proved you wrong. There's a multiplayer couch game. There's a lot of them.
A lot, or there is one?
No, there's
on
more.
Console or on PC? Because PC is quite a few.
The fact of the matter is this: 5 years ago, Miyamoto said the same thing. Not 5 years ago, 3 years ago or so. Miyamoto said the same thing, and nobody jumped on Miyamoto's back about this comment. Bill Spencer is not wrong in this comment. it's not feasible yet.
They just wanted to pick on him. They just wanted to get on Phil.
Look.
I think it's
they try to do everything. They try to do everything that Death Stranding meta bomb.
I ain't know nothing about Neil Mullen saying it.
I think what it is that VR is not cheap for console.
You never know what type of fans will want to jump on board. Like, if I'm telling you right now, if Microsoft came out with a handheld, there'd be a bunch of people that jump on board. Not 100 million, but there are fans that want that type of
shit. But no, but there are people out there
like that.
But there are people out there that would
something you don't. There are fans that want those types of things.
But there are people out there, as we know, that will literally buy anything just because it's new. Morons bought the Google Stadia.
Well,
how's that working out for them?
Game streaming is just dumb in general.
Well, I think a lot of the point is the fact that Xbox guys are shitting on VR right now, but if they announce the VR headset, they will be all over.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Because they always, when he said it in 2016, they was hyped about it, but now they don't want it.
That was the. I feel like that was the. First of all, you got to understand, when Phil Spencer announces something at like one of those conventions, they clap for everything. Okay, they clap for everything. They clap when this man turns around and like turns his mic off. Come on, bro. Like we can't.
So you telling me if an Xbox branded VR came out next year, Xbox fans wouldn't be excited?
I don't think they would be overly excited. No.
I think they would be.
I don't think so.
And Smooth would be one of the first people to buy it, even though he just said VR is old.
I say this. I buy it. I won't play it.
Oh, okay, Smooth.
All right, we gotta move. I want to move on. I want to move on because that's a whole other thing.
At this point, Kid Smooth, just open up a donation account for Xbox. Just give them your money for free.
Thanks very much.
All right, I want to move on. So that's the VR conversation. Okay, let's move on to the Super Metroid remake rumors.
Trash.
I don't have, much experience with Metroid in my. I don't have much to say about it, so y'all take over.
Absolute bullshit.
What's the rumor?
Fucking give us Metroid 5. We played Super Metroid a billion times. Give us a goddamn sequel to Metroid. There has not been a new game in the damn timeline since the goddamn Game Boy Advance. Give us a fucking Metroid 5. I'm tired of all these remakes and ports.
The rumor was a Super Metroid remake for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, don't fucking care.
Oh, that's probably true then, huh? Now.
Make Metroid 5.
Metroid 5 as in what? You mean Metroid Prime 4?
Sequel to Fusion. The timeline goes Metroid.
You were talking about a true 2D.
Yeah, timeline goes Metroid 2 on Game Boy, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion.
Yeah.
Make Metroid 5.
What are they making now? Ain't they making Metroid Prime? Oh, you want? Okay.
They're making Metroid Prime. Yeah, they're making Metroid Prime 4, and then the rumor is that there's a Super Metroid, and then the other part of the rumor was that they were working on Metroid Prime Trilogy as well. That's supposed to be coming. So, I think that. I mean, and they just redid the Samus Returns for the 3DS before the Switch launched, and that didn't do too well. So. I think a lot of it's just tests because Metroid isn't a popular series in the franchise. There's a very hardcore fan base for it, but when the push comes to shove, the game doesn't sell overly well. So I think they're basically going to just put out the stuff that they think people want and will do well. But I don't know. It's all rumors too. It's not really true hardcore facts behind it.
Any other thoughts on Metroid? Anybody else?
I'm good.
I would like to see a remake. I don't know.
Why do you want to play the same damn game over and over?
Just like Metroid, man.
Then get a new game.
I'll take a remake.
Why would they keep playing old ass games?
Besides, Nintendo usually, if they're doing this, that means the Metroid is somewhere floating around coming.
Well, how come we didn't get a new Metroid after Metroid 2?
Who's making this new one again?
I mean, they definitely have one coming out. I mean, it's not. Not making
you know, there's one coming. If you see,
who's making Prime? This Prime one that's coming out. Who's making that?
That's gonna be my Retro Games.
Okay.
Or Retro Studios. Like there is a Metroid game coming. So that's the thing. It's almost like that philosophy, I guess, is like, well, we got Breath of the Wild. We shouldn't be getting Link's Awakening. Like, I think they have smaller studios working on multiple things. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. At the end of the day, I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I'd like to get a true sequel as well, but I think financing wise, what works and what doesn't work. If a game doesn't sell overly well, it's kind of hard to put all your money behind something and go like, let's push this out and let's make this work when it's not really moving.
That's probably going to be a 2021 game, no? Like when Prime finally comes out.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think Prime, because they restarted. They announced Prime basically at E3 2018, and then they restarted the whole thing because of they didn't like the way the game was coming out, because Retro Studios wasn't working on it in the beginning. They had another studio that they kind of put together, and then they shut it down and they moved on, and they brought Retro Studios in and it restarted from the scratch. So, and when they announced it originally, they just showed the logo. They didn't even show any gameplay or anything. It was just the logo. So
people are fucking crying over that logo.
Yeah. People were like losing their shit over that logo.
Hey, Metroid PNG. Hot game.
I'm sure we'll get both, is what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure if you hear rumors of a remake, that means both of those things might be floating around.
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, it is the formula that they've been using, as we've seen.
Yes.
So, Bond, you get both.
Yeah, and we have to wait long.
Yeah, we're gonna do that anyway.
No fucking point. It was Super Metroid. The game's fucked. Like, you can't improve upon perfection. Just fucking leave it alone. Fucking make a new game.
I mean, they gotta milk it, baby. You know that. The new console.
That's not true, Bond. They made Resident Evil perfect. Resident Evil 2.
You can't change a 2D. You can't. Are they gonna make Super Metroid a 3D game?
They would have to.
They could.
Then that would be the most bastardized abomination in the history of video games.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, listen,
I would tell Nintendo to go out of business if they ever even attempt.
Let me ask you a question, Bond. Let me ask you a serious question. Did you like Zero Mission?
Yes.
But that's a remake kind of the first one.
In the vein of Super Metroid. You can't remake it more than that. That's the pinnacle.
I guess what I'm saying to you is you're saying that you can't do better than the original.
Bro, you took a regular Nintendo game and made it into a Super Nintendo game, which was still inferior to the Super Nintendo game. You cannot push Super Metroid any higher than it already is. You can't change it. It's a perfect game. There's nothing you can do outside of just making the graphics better to change and improve that game.
You go stamp a 4K label on it every
Shut up, Jimmy.
Like literally, don't mess with the game. Make a fucking new game.
Okay. If we're done with that, we can move on to the next rumor. The next rumor is actually that there's gonna be a Batman Legacy game. That's the next game that Rocksteady's working on. And in this game, I mean, if it's based on what Batman Legacy was, that's when like you play with the different parts of the Bat family, Batgirl, and you know, Robin and everybody. Do y'all think they were really working on it? And it's supposed to be revealed at the Game Awards. Do y'all think they really working on another Batman game?
Is this Rocksteady's game, or is this the
No, it's Rocksteady.
The Eidos game?
The
Montreal,
WB
Montreal. I mean,
to my understanding, I think it is Montreal that's doing
WB. I don't want to play this shit, man.
Yeah, but, WB Montreal, I don't think did a great job on Origins, but
it was okay.
The storyline was good, but I felt like the actual game, the mechanics, I didn't like the quick time fights and stuff. But you know, that is what it is.
Well, the rumor is strongly suggesting that that's what they're doing. So we have to wait and see, because they've been saying this for a while. But then they had a little tease of the Court of Owls, and the writer for it actually retweeted it and deleted it. So it's starting to look like it got to be something along those lines that they're doing. It's definitely a Batman game though. It's definitely a Batman game though.
It is amazing that they've been able to keep it under wraps though. Like, we've had rumors, but like no leaks, no confirmations.
Nothing, yeah.
I'm like, that's kind of amazing, man. It's a little upsetting because they've taken so long, but.
And that's the other thing too. Like,
are you eating
after?
No, it's not even me, bro.
Who's eating chips?
I don't hear no.
That's typing. That's typing.
No, that wasn't typing. That was a chip.
If you consider after the last Arkham game, Rocksteady hasn't had a game in a while.
Yeah.
So I mean, they could be close to finishing something as well, timeline wise. But you're right. I can't believe that nothing substantial is leaked.
If they bring out 2 Batman games from 2 different studios, I'd be fucking done, bro.
That might happen.
Bro, like how many Batman games we need, bro?
They need to stop.
I'm kind of like Bond. What else can they do in these Batman games that's gonna make them just infinitely better though? Like, I'm not only gonna parry a punch and jump over somebody with a trash can. I'm tired of playing that shit, bro.
Nah, fam. I love it over and over and over and over.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. The only Batman game I ever beat in my life is that Telltale. Though you heard? I don't play Batman games.
Hey, that was alright though. That was
Batman fan.
So you didn't play none of the Arkham games?
Yo, I picked them up. I put them down, man. I didn't like the combat. I wasn't into it, fam.
It gets repetitive after a while.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I will play for a couple of hours. I'll be like, yo, I'm tired of click, click, boom. You know what I mean? Like I'm tired.
Right. You get so many times you can press square, square, circle.
Nah, because that's because y'all not doing the extra stuff probably. Y'all just mashing square counter.
I did all triangle too. You gotta press triangle.
Listen, if you're a Batman fan and you played Arkham City, you will love that game. That game is badass for Batman. There's so many Easter eggs within that game. It's not even funny.
The Batman games look good, but I just they ain't my bag, man.
I couldn't stomach it for more than 2 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
What's going on? What am I hearing in here?
Man, I beat
all the
Batman fan, but I can't.
I had Arkham City and I got to Ra's al Ghul, and after I beat him, I never went back.
I take it back. I ain't beat Origins. That's the one I didn't play. Origins.
Just to let you guys know, I did do a little quick look. It is Warner Brothers games that Montreal posted for the Quarter Owls teaser, and Scott Snyder, the creator, was the one that retweeted it. So there is something to that, and I didn't think about it until Jack just said it, but maybe there is too. That'll be interesting.
Possible.
That'll be interesting.
But there was also rumors that Rocksteady was working on a Justice League game as well. So
there might be a Justice League and then an individual Batman game. That would be
true.
Well, I would prefer the Batman game over any of those other.
Wasn't that Justice League game supposed to have microtransactions be a games as a service though?
Oh god.
It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like the Avengers game. Yeah, it was supposed to be like the Avengers game. I think though. I heard that.
Wait, so who in here messed with Arkham series?
I beat all of them. I mean,
thank you, because I'm
remember I was one that
I love Arkham.
I love the Arkham games. They're all good.
The only thing I don't like about the Batman games is how much like busy work they put in there, and it's like not fun to do. Like I think this nigga Jack, you're an absolute weirdo. You figured out all the Joker riddles and 100 of them shits.
I did it too.
You're an absolute psychopath for doing that shit.
That's the only way you can catch him.
I don't want to bring that up. I know,
that's what I'm saying. That's not fun. This man Jack is a psychopath just off the fact that he did that shit.
Cause they kept, at first it was like 80, right? Arkham Knight has 440 fucking. No, Arkham Knight got 440. Yes.
That's insane. That's not even fun.
That's if you do the plus mode, right?
I don't even know, bro. I just know it was a lot. I don't even want to talk about that shit. It was fuckery.
Yeah, you a psychopath.
I had to catch them. That's the only way they catch real.
I'm saying, like, I would love to get more, because if you love the Batman world and the lore, hell yeah, I want to go catch the Riddler and all that shit. But I ain't doing that. Figuring out 400 riddles and all that stuff, and it's not even riddles really. It's more like just going a whole bunch of places. I'm like, I ain't doing that.
A lot of that.
It's puzzles. You gotta throw boomerangs and hit things and see.
I'm not doing it. Like I like cool. I do like cool things like how they had the Calendar Man in there, and if you go to like the Calendar Man, what is it on Christmas or Halloween?
It's all of them.
Yeah, if you go to him on the holidays, on the real holidays, like he says something different, like stuff like that is fire. But like 400, come on, bruh. All these collectibles, that's insane. Ain't nobody doing that.
Nah. The only thing I'm trying to collect is some backpacks on Spider-Man. You heard? Game of the
year. Facts.
Spider-Man was another one that kind of it didn't abuse it.
It was on like 50
PlayStation. Dude, I had an Xbox 360 the last time Xbox made games, so I'm not a PlayStation dude. You know what I mean?
I had one too.
Yeah. The sad thing is about him saying that. That's exactly my same position.
I went from I had an Xbox, PS2, Xbox 360, PS4. That's it.
Oh, you just
that's how we rock.
Oh, so you didn't even touch the Xbox?
Oh, wait, and original Xbox.
Oh, hell no. What am I using it for? I already got a rock to hold down my papers in my office, you know what I mean?
Y'all jokes is corny as hell.
But fam, you one of them cats, you'll watch a trailer and then say you got a review for the game?
Nah, I ain't like that, Jimmy. Don't do me like that. Hey, how you gonna do me like that?
I gotta call you out because you keep speaking of things.
You gave me a ride over here in the Uber.
Yeah, nah, but hold on, I gotta say something because you speaking on Xbox like you got one and you ain't got one and never touched one. So how you know?
Nah, I'm speaking on 360. I ain't speak, what Xbox games I spoke on? Ain't nothing to speak on. What's up, bro?
Oh man, so you don't know nothing about that glorious Game Pass Ultimate though?
Can you get that on PC? You can get that on
I
PC.
think Ron said something.
Nah, but you only get some of the games when you do that.
Nah, I don't need public assistance, my G.
Oh,
I'm getting money. Nah, I'm just playing, but listen, I rock what I rock, man. Like I had to choose, man. I ain't got money like y'all. I had to choose. They said, "What you want, PS4 or 360?" I said, "Give me the one with the games on it." So they gave me PS4.
PS4 didn't have the games yet, bro.
But you know what?
we
talking about 2014 again.
Xbox had the games for like 6 months. That was it.
They've been giving away Xboxes. You could go get one like right now for $20 a month, dog.
Oh wow!
Oh damn, $20 a month. Okay, and then the Games Pass. Damn.
Yeah, back to leasing Xboxes. Okay.
Yeah, let's go. We gotta get him sold. We gotta get him on some real stuff, man. You want that real 4K, right?
Yo, but real 4K, 60 frames per second. I got that Google Stadia, you know what I mean? But
no.
You Stadia.
This man, you better not go to sleep with that shit on your house.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just bullshitting. But nah, I know what it's like. But real talk, I know what it's like to be an Xbox fan. Like I'm a Jet fan, and they both green. You know what I mean? And we ain't been good since 2009.
You might as well put the Eagles.
Yo, Jimmy, you my man.
Yeah, they got a little bit of green too. My man found out a way to relate the Jets and the Xbox. Oh my God!
Like the Eagles is
doo. The Jets. Hey, the Jets. Hey, we about to go to the Super Bowl if we didn't lose to the Bengals. I mean,
wait, what?
Oh man.
Hey man,
we 4 wins in a row.
I had a 362, son, so I understand. I just remember being bored on there, like, man, when we gonna get some games on here? Like,
nah, for real. Yo, Xbox One. I wanted to get. I was begging for a reason to get it. I just never found one to keep it a bean. I'm hoping the next gen they'll still do something to make me get it.
And Smooth, I ain't even trolling like that. That was my first time getting an Xbox. Like my homie had to talk me into it because I was a Sony head, and he was like, "Yo, we got Halo and all that." So I went and bought it because Halo 3 was coming out, and that was it. Like it was just that game. It ain't had nothing else worth playing. I was bored. I was like, "Yo, I'm going back to Sony next."
Yo, I had a 360, and I told me and all my boys Friday night gaming crew.
Yo, y'all turn this into a bash Xbox segment.
It's a therapy session, Jimmy. They trying to get over it.
Yo, we was planning on all. I told my boys, yo, when Xbox One dropped, we getting it day one. We waited a little bit. We sort of, nothing was really popping, so we jumped over to PS4, and the rest is history. You know what I mean?
You want to hear something funny? PlayStation had the worst sales this Black Friday out of everything.
That's because everybody already had it.
That's all he was doing.
The store is empty, Jimmy.
That's what I was.
Because everybody's buying those movies over.
Well,
everybody already has a fucking PlayStation.
Well, this is what I wanted to bring up next. I just wanted to find out what everybody bought for if you did buy anything for Black Friday. I bought a couple of games. Like I can't tell you the last time I bought anything actually during a Steam sale, but I bought Halo Reach. Some of this stuff wasn't even on sale, but I got Halo Reach. I bought Katana Zero. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. And I was about to buy this that River City Girls because Jack told me it's like one of the best indie games, and I was looking at that shit. I was like, this ain't it, Chief. I don't know what Jack talking about.
River City Ransom, I'm a huge fan of it. So
River City Girls is fire.
I don't know. I was looking at that gameplay. I wasn't seeing the flame.
Hey, man.
I wasn't seeing it.
I gotta say that my wish list is public on Steam. I thought Smooth was gonna buy up all the games on my wish list for cheap and hold on to them. That when he loses bets, he can.
Wow!
He wants you to preload.
That way, when you lose, you don't gotta pay full price.
I'll just have it already on.
I think that's what you should do, Smooth.
So what did everybody else buy?
I didn't buy anything.
I didn't buy anything.
I didn't buy anything. I'm about to buy.
In terms of games, I haven't bought anything. I bought like consoles and stuff for my kids and stuff for Christmas.
I bought like 9,000 consoles.
You bought them a console so they can break it too?
It won't be mine that they break.
Oh man, you paid for it.
Still though.
Yeah, you paid for
it.
They're not gonna break.
They were Black Friday.
Throughout the summer, I let them hold down one of my Xbox.
I've already decided when I have kids, they're getting retro consoles. Yeah, and y'all not starting on no expensive modern machine. Y'all need to go back and learn the basics.
You play it, want to play it anyway.
The consoles were very cheap this year. The PlayStation.
Well, I already told myself I have kids.
$150.
If my kids can't beat Mega Man by 5, they can't play video games.
This guy. He always got something to the extreme.
They done.
I bought I did buy
Game is not for you. We're gonna do this basketball thing.
I got Ni no Kuni for Switch and Saints Row for Switch, and then I also bought the 1 terabyte SD micro SD for the Switch.
All right, so this really wasn't Black Friday.
Yo, isn't that 1 terabyte like 400? What was it?
It was $500 typically, but it was on sale for $200.
Hey, that ain't bad.
That's a good deal.
Bad.
Hey, BG, would you mind some Lego Ninja gameplay?
Lego Ninja. I didn't even know there was a Lego Ninja. I mean, listen, it can't be worse than Death Stranding. Shit. Like,
oh man, BG, come on, bro.
Listen. At the last video we playing at the end of this is it can't be worse than Daemon X Machina. Like, so Blandrew sent me some Daemon X Machina, bro, and this was like the first time I actually looked at Daemon X Machina gameplay. This shit looks terrible. Like, it looks like a bad Armored Core or Gundam game. I was like, this game is, who made this shit? It looks terrible. I just want to say that.
But yeah, only thing I bought, it really wasn't Black Friday though, but I bought Payday 2 just for VR because I really don't even really like the game. I just want to play it in VR. Okay. I wasted $40 for a PS Plus because I don't even play my PlayStation, but I just want to have the.
Oh man, you should just leave me that code, bro.
I should, yo. I didn't even use it yet. Give me $40. I might send it to you.
You 35.
Yeah, I paid 40. Also, I bought a lens, a 50mm lens for my camera. That was it. I'm thinking about buying that $1,100 Asus monitor though with 1,000 nits.
Oh, you balling, huh?
Speaking of monitors, there was a.
You fuck with PC?
There was a 1440p 144 hertz G-Sync HDR monitor for $250.
Is it ultra? I almost bought it. Then I said, never mind.
I have the same monitor without HDR. It's good.
You need the HDR, dog.
It's probably 400 nits though. I wouldn't do it.
But I'm saying it's $250.
It looked good.
My Samsung 600 nits, and I bought it for like $299.
I'll take you 1,200 nits.
Bought one for $299.
Okay,
it's a good deal for people.
All right, my bad.
Yeah. So that was Black Friday, and
I just bought shit for my kids. I already have everything I need.
Drinking. Oh, okay. Excuse me. What you bought? Let me. What's on? What type of shit does Dark Cloud buy when he already has everything? I'm curious.
Upgrade my TV from my bedroom TV to a 65 A9G OLED.
Okay.
And I literally just changed my living room from a 5.1 to a 7.1.4 audio system.
He really missed what I said, didn't he?
No, what?
I said Asian hookers.
Wow.
Whoa, yo.
So everybody get mad at me when I say this, but I don't want no more kids. But if I am gonna get somebody pregnant, it's gonna be a Japanese.
Hold on. You haven't had a vasectomy yet?
Oh, fam, what you talking about? Anime?
Ain't you married, bro?
I am. I told my wife. My wife knows.
As long as she know, then all right.
Long dark time. You haven't had a vasectomy yet?
No.
Why?
My pull-out game got way stronger.
No.
Cap. Cap.
Bro. When
time.
BG hit me with the invite, I ain't know he was talking about pull-out games on here. I thought he was talking about regular games, man.
How you gonna have 6 games and say your pull-out game is strong? We got 6 kids.
I only got 6. We've been together for almost
I only
Yo.
have 6.
Who says
I only
only?
got 6 kids, you heard?
If my pull-out game was weak, I should have more kids than that.
This is the craziest conversation I've ever heard.
And we have sex like twice every day.
Aye, my nigga.
He still think he on AGS right now. He still think he on AGS right now.
That is like Nelson Aguilar saying, I have good hands. I only dropped 5 passes today.
Pretty much.
I got 6 kids and my pull-out game strong.
It is.
This ain't
And
AGS.
besides, I got twin girls, so I didn't get her pregnant that many times.
All right, what else you bought, Cloud? What else you bought?
Shout out to the kids. Yo, shout out to the kids, bro.
Yo, so now my daughter wanted a Switch Lite, so I got her that, and I upgraded my son's TV to a 55-inch 950G.
You buying your kids 55-inch? All right, my nigga. Okay, you just flexing. You just flexing.
All
So
three
here's my
rooms.
next
All,
question. You know these kids got to go to college. You should be saving that money.
Cloud.
my wife already has a
nigga.
savings account for them.
Let,
She's the accountant in the
let me
house.
tell you, kids, Cloud's kids is the kids that I would go to school when I was young, and I would hate these motherfuckers. Like you know, like you know, like you go to you know you got a little 20-inch probably fat back TV at home as a 10-year-old. Cloud kids, come to school like, oh yeah, my fucking big screen broke. Like, all right, motherfucker. Like, all right, bro.
And my daughter, my oldest daughter, and my oldest son, they're both getting iPhone X. That's it.
This is flexing.
Cloud's kids remind me of.
Ew,
the one dude I always made the video.
They have to get an iPhone. An iPhone is not to floss. It's so I could track these niggas wherever they go.
You don't need that.
I feel you on that.
That makes sense.
You don't need an iPhone for that.
You sound like T.I. dog. Hold on.
Are you the CEO, my nigga? Like,
No, I'm not no CEO. I'm under 7 people.
Bro, you can definitely you can
how Dark Cloud don't give nobody discounts.
Tell what I was just about to ask, when you gonna start giving discounts, bro?
All right, give codes out.
I got finesse on the price of the TV, Chief. You could
First of all, there's only a list of like Bond, BG8, and Jack Move, and maybe Jimmy. That's about it.
You can definitely get you could definitely get your kids a little Razer burner phone and put a tracking device on it, sir.
No, well, all right, listen. So they don't floss on everything. Right now, they got some free Obama phones. They're about to get upgraded to iPhones.
All right. Okay.
I ain't mad at that.
Hey, I ain't mad at him getting this kids.
The one guy I made videos on that says like 30 frames is not playable, 60 is playable, not ideal. That was back in like 2010. He has 3 kids. Each kid had an $8,000 rig back then with quad SLI card.
oh man.
And that was back in like 2011. He's like,
my kids can't have no PlayStation. Not yet. Because I literally had to take my headsets from my kids when he played Fortnite on Switch. I put the headset. I didn't know that people talk to kids like that. Remember, I don't know
kids. You have kids you didn't know kids talk like that?
Nah, man, they were dropping the N-bomb, all types of shit, talking about I'm gonna fuck your moms.
Bro, you never read a comment section?
You never played COD once in your life?
I don't play Call of Duty.
Oh.
I don't play Call of Duty.
In fact, I should get on Call of Duty right now.
Okay, well, moving on. PlayStation Plus games for December are Titanfall and what was the other game? Hold on.
I'm not playing it bullshit.
It was Titanfall and
Titanfall
Supercross. It was Titanfall 2 and Supercross.
Titanfall, I hear, has a very good single player.
No, Jack, you gotta play Titanfall 2. That single player is really good.
Titanfall 2, I can confirm this, and Jimmy, I didn't just watch a review. I actually played and beat the game. Titanfall 2 is good.
Yeah, it's Titanfall 2 is really good, Jack. You got to give that single player a chance.
Yeah, go ahead and platinum that, Jack.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick. It's like
it's an easy platinum too. I got 80% and then I stopped. I got because I don't really care about platinums like that. But I didn't even try like that and got 80% of the trophy. So you should. I mean, bro, you played Death Stranding. Come on.
That story is dope.
Man, Death Stranding, man.
Okay.
Live stream, Jared.
Well,
Jack, your last stream of Death Stranding didn't sound like he was too excited.
Yeah, Death Stranding, okay, but he can't wait. He can't wait to stop playing it though.
I'm trying to get. I got like 4 hours left.
Yo, this dude was flipping out. Like, he dropped his package, got sucked into like the black world. He lost mad shit. This nigga sounded like he was ready to cry.
bro, that shit set me back an hour, bro. I was pissed.
Games with gold this for December includes Insane Robots and Jurassic.
Why you do that?
Shut up, Jack. I had to put on my glasses.
Nigga, what?
No. I had to put on my glasses to read it to make sure I wasn't tripping. I didn't know what Insane Robots was. All right, stop. Nah, y'all play too much. It's Insane Robots and Jurassic World Evolution. I didn't even know that game existed.
Oh my god.
Hey, man.
Hey, they know what their fan base wants, man. They know what the fans want.
Hey, don't hate. Okay. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order became the fastest selling digital launch game for a Star Wars game.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's doing really well. I mean, Yo, it's crazy to me because I'm playing this, and the fact that you unlock a whole bunch of cosmetic items just by playing the game. Like, when's the last time you played an EA game where you could do that? Like, I could picture EA executives looking at this and seeing all these cosmetics, and these motherfuckers about to have an aneurysm. like, bro, ooh, we could, yo, everything cosmetic you unlock through the game, yo, bro, they had, I know they could just like, yo, we could have sold that for like $5.99, motherfucker. Y'all giving this shit away free.
Is there any microtransactions in the game, BG?
Nah, not at all.
None.
Not at all.
Speaking of microtransactions.
Oh shit! Thank you, Vaughn.
This right now.
Uh-oh.
You might not be saying thank you too long.
Oh shit!
There's rumors going around the CD gods might be putting microtransactions into the game.
Vaughn, you fucking up.
This might not be good.
He said, "Wait, CD Projekt Red's putting microtransactions in their games?"
That's what they're saying.
Oh
They
man,
they said they're looking into something like that, but they didn't really say they were putting it in.
They said it might be like an
I
expansion.
know.
I hope it's paid to win.
It's the
Where
thought.
Jimmy said, "What would you do, Bon, if CD Projekt Red put the booty boxes in Cyberpunk?"
So you'll pirate it, right?
You gonna buy it?
He gonna be Jack Sparrow, son.
Hey, listen, man. CD Projekt Red
DRM,
tripping.
I'm gonna take that DRM free version right off of Pirate Bay.
CD Projekt Red tripping. They better do like Cloud and pull them things out. You know.
Oh.
Let's get it.
I can't see it. I can't see them doing that.
I
Is that
can.
legit?
Why not?
First of all, you can't put it past anybody in gaming. Period.
Yeah, but they always kind of treat their
You know what?
But they might think they got leeway. Now, though.
Everybody
Microsoft
thought
is
Nintendo would
tricky,
do it.
good.
Nintendo's doing it.
with what?
Their game,
Lot
the
of
Game
things.
Pass, buying for like DLC.
Man, upper echelon gaming explained it pretty well. So just watch that.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna do that. That would be stupid.
I think they might, but it'll be simple stuff though.
I don't think they will. That'd be the dumbest thing.
Well, they said it was for the online, right? So.
They might be doing that to see how people react, and if people react like they, like the EA thing, they'll probably just say they're not doing it.
Cool, yeah.
I still got a collector's edition on pre-order, so they better not fuck up.
Oh, by the way, if you did buy a Nintendo Switch this Black Friday or even now, you should know that Nintendo were apparently like telling GameStop to get rid of the old Nintendo Switches first, which were the ones like the batteries died, the battery died quicker, and it wasn't the best model.
You can just tell by looking at the box.
Yeah, the box. Yeah, the box packaging is different. Yeah. So, but some people didn't know. Like if I didn't see that tweet, I wouldn't have known. But
yeah, the box is all red. That's how you know you got the new one.
Yeah,
well, people don't know about the box shit either, though.
No.
Shit, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
So there you go.
The moment I saw that red box came out, I went to GameStop and said my old Switch is fucking up and just had it swapped out.
Yeah. I got my brother a Switch Lite. He asked me for one, so I got him one. He asked me one since his birthday. That shit was in August. I just got him it now.
BG, tell the truth. That's yours.
Nah, never.
Oh,
Stop
man.
this.
Come on, BG. Come on.
I would tell you if I got it for me.
Hate to see it.
Not mine.
You know you want to play Pokemon, dog.
I do, but I'm not buying another Switch for that though.
He's probably borrow his
I
brother.
get the Switch when it's like $100.
I got him Luigi's Mansion 3 and Crash Team Racing.
That's actually a pretty decent game.
Yeah, I got it too. It's a pretty decent game.
I mean, it's better than Odyssey.
Anything's better than Odyssey. I didn't like that game.
I didn't like it.
Hey, man. What's that sitting on a Metacritic? Like a 97?
97.
Insane.
Nostalgia. Remember, some dude got up and started crying.
Oh yeah.
I need to go read what they did, bro. That was crazy.
Motherfuckers crying and shit.
Yeah, whenever somebody writes a review and they're like, "I was swept over by I'm like, "Yep,
Yeah.
invalid."
Yeah, I was crippled by the emotions. I'm like, okay, I don't trust nothing you say now. You crippled by
so
so
did
many
you
emotions.
find out? Did Kofi cry at the end of the Death Stranding?
He said he didn't. People been telling me it's a crazy twist. I'm like, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it is a crazy twist.
He was Solid Snake all along.
Low key, I mean, the Metal Gear universes and Death Stranding universe probably the same thing.
That'd be fire.
No, that would make the game worse.
I
Right,
mean,
'cause
all
you
this
could have done
shit.
the cool shit. You just delivering packages.
Oh, one of the packages snake because you know he be hiding in the boxes and shit.
Ooh.
Right. Oh, that'd be a nice
you
one.
That'll
deliver.
be he. Oh, and it's the beginning of like
Ooh.
MGS1. You was delivering them to the Siberia shit.
That would be a
Ooh.
crazy.
Hey,
Easter
I would
egg
love
move.
that. No cap.
That's probably what it is. Okay, you delivering boxes. Snake is in one of them. Yeah,
You
Kojima.
just just start walking.
Yeah, Kojima would definitely. Well, he should have put some type of like Easter egg like that
Yeah,
in the
I
game,
know.
like because you know the boxes had like I forgot what they were labeled in the game in Metal Gear, but yeah.
He probably couldn't.
Should have put in a Easter egg of an
True.
actual
Oh yeah, I
game.
forgot.
Easter egg.
I forgot. His handlers at Konami said, "Fuck this guy."
All right, Bond. You can hate on Death Stranding. We're not gonna hate on Metal Gear. All right.
Metal Gear's trash too.
Nah. I need you to chill out.
What a real game is Splinter Cell.
I have. I own both of them. Metal Gear was my favorite.
Both Splinter Cells. There's like 5 of them.
No, I said I had both as a Metal Gear and Splinter Cell.
Yeah, Metal Gear's trash. Kojima's even trash.
So there's a rumor that Rockstar is working on a medieval game. Yep, that's the rumor that they're working on a medieval game.
It's like you're gonna be cleaning and sharpening rusty and dull swords.
Get ready to clean your armor every 5 minutes, or it's gonna break down and all this.
If they don't make a new fucking engine, I don't care, bro.
All this as clunky.
If you fall in the mud, you got to clean it off, or your armor gets fucked up.
Yo, as clunky as this their games already are. Imagine you wearing armor now, bro. Oh my god.
They just need to make a new engine or tweak it or do whatever the fuck they need to do. That shit, it ain't it, bro.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, yo, cleaning the horse was the dumbest shit I ever did in gaming. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's immersion.
I got annoying.
You played Death Stranding?
Immersion, that shit was ass.
You played Death Stranding?
Nah, I'm gonna pick it up.
I got over all that.
I'm gonna pick
You
up
gotta
Death
charge
Stranding
your
for
legs.
Christmas.
Oh
You
yeah,
gotta
that
charge
shit
your
crazy.
legs. The
Hey, I
front?
mean, if they make a new
Yes.
GTA, yo, you might have to get your car clean. You might have to change your brakes.
Nah, my G.
Gas in the
I'm cool
car.
with
Your
that.
phone
I'm cool with
bill.
that.
You gotta get an oil change every 10 hours of gameplay.
No.
fam, we good.
Imagine your car runs out of gas in the middle of a police
Right.
chase.
And
That'd
you
be
lose the mission.
fire.
Nah.
I ain't gonna lie, that might be kind of lit.
You ever, am I the only one that like just just because it's the opposite of what you usually do? You ever like obeyed the traffic laws in GTA? Just for no fucking reason.
We so laugh at this bitch ass.
I did that for like 5 minutes. I was stopping at stoplights and all this dumb shit.
I want my car to get fucked up.
Signal on the turns.
There's times when you just like mindlessly playing, you just driving around the city, just obeying the traffic and shit.
Yeah. I did that once, and I was like, I don't know why this is like doing the opposite of what like the game gives you the freedom to do. It was a little bit fun for like 5 minutes, and then I was like killing people again, everybody else.
All right.
Yeah.
Go on like 40 miles per hour.
What else we got? Dragon Age. One of the Dragon Age execs at BioWare was tweeting out just Dragon Age, and that was it.
I heard that's gonna be a game of service.
Yeah, they making a new one, right?
Yeah, allegedly. Is this BioWare's last chance?
Yep.
Oh, I heard this game's a game with service, or a game with service, whatever the hell you call it.
Game
as a service.
Yeah.
Gaming as a surface? Like a Microsoft Surface?
No, a game was like you're gonna
I'm
play.
sure.
You're gonna play online. They're gonna keep letting you pay for shit.
So yeah, like what if this game isn't great? What happens?
They getting close. They should have been kind of low key already close.
BioWare.
No, BioWare is who we talking about.
Oh, BioWare's already done.
Didn't they not want to make the last one good, and it ended up being real good?
My man.
Yeah.
After I heard they got a crime room at their studio, it's like just end this shit, bro. Oh, fuck studio. They got a designated crime room.
They got a depression room.
Yeah, like what the fuck? That's crazy.
That's wild.
Man, they need to go hang it up, though.
Yeah, man. What if this next game is Heat though?
I mean, if it's Heat, then
The last one was all right.
Maybe they might need some load management.
This is the same studio that showed fucking Anthem, and it wasn't even a vertical. They didn't even have the game made. They had to go and recreate all this shit again in the actual game.
Hey man, the stuff you found out about that game,
studio was ridiculous.
stuff you found out about Anthem was hilarious. Like
yeah, it's crazy.
They originally named, I forgot what the original name of the game was, and then they named it Anthem. Like I think he said like a few months before E3. I was like, word. And they said Anthem, like they thought it was a terrible name because it never described anything, what the game was about or anything. I mean, like, listen, I still liked Anthem's gameplay. I stand by that. I still think it had pretty good gameplay.
I mean, flying like Iron Man was cool and shooting the monsters, but just, after that, it was just nothing else.
Yeah.
BG, what would you rather play, Death Stranding or Anthem?
Come on, man.
Absolutely Anthem.
Oh, you can Anthem for like $5 now, by the way.
Anthem
ain't gonna sell.
Yeah, it's $5.
I'm taking Death Stranding.
It ain't even worth $5, bro. I ain't buying it.
Okay. Let me see what else we got. It's not too many topics.
I need the Texans to
Rayman, for anybody who cares, Rayman Legends is free on the Epic launcher. I mean, that's more than Steam ever gives us, so
I think I got Rayman free on Ubisoft.
Yes, I'll go download that. Fuck it.
I got
that's the only game that's free.
Good. Steam does do free games, by the way.
Hardly.
They trash though, bro.
Yeah, and they hardly do it. What's the last free game?
It be bullshit.
That's objective.
What's the last free game Steam gave us?
Watch this.
Huh?
What's the last free game Steam gave us?
I have to look at my list.
Hey, Epic.
Go on, I want to hear what it's called.
Like how Humble Bundle does or something like that. They do give out free games.
Yo, Epic is booty card. It don't matter.
You still mad, dog? Where they touched you, bro? Where Epic touched you?
Yeah, it's time to
get it all, man.
Like, let it go, bro. Like,
cause y'all just keep taking a shot. Y'all bringing it up, so I was like, well, look.
Take it. Bringing up Epic is listen. Come on.
I didn't give enough.
No. You straight brought Steam up. You compared them to Steam.
Yeah, because they need to be. Steam got to be held accountable.
Steam is better though.
Free games for like the last time.
First of all, I think.
I want to hear the list of the games they gave.
I think first of all, I think it's insulting. First of all, I didn't even mention it before. I think it's insulting. Fans been asking them for, hey, give us Half-Life 3 for like 10 years. Here's a VR game that you have to buy a VR for.
A word.
That's disrespectful. That's not disrespectful, Tick. That's not disrespectful.
I was enjoying playing me some Paragon. I was also enjoying playing some Unreal Tournament. But
yeah,
they wanted to pull those because Fortnite was making them money and they didn't want to keep working on them.
Okay.
Yeah, how about that?
Okay, that's still
pull them suckers.
You enjoyed Paragon?
Yeah, Paragon was fun actually.
Did they have a grand opening, grand closing?
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed Paragon, but it didn't keep me coming back. Grand opening, grand closing. I got my mouse, I got my hoodie, and I was gone.
Free game Steam game. Hold on, I need to hear this list.
Yo, that mouse is probably worth a lot of money in that controller now.
Okay. Listen, man, you can't compare that to making it's not the same as making people wait 10 years for a game and then you give them VR.
Has been like forever, but it's under development somehow, like freeware.
They killed their games off. They just didn't start on a game. That's different. They was like, oh no, this game making us money. We don't care about
You're damage controlling so hard. They made so many iterations of Unreal. They made nothing after Half-Life Episode 2 when they said that was the
because look, whenever Valve makes a game, they want it to be innovative. They don't want it to be
card game,
a generic game.
Like that card game they shut down, right?
Well, didn't Valve make didn't they wait, hold up. Didn't Valve make a game that was kind of like Left 4 Dead but with aliens and it flopped?
I don't know.
You're talking about Evolve?
No, not that. There was another game that was just like Left 4 Dead, but it was only aliens.
I don't know.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, and like, why not make Left 4 Dead 3?
Yeah, Earthfall.
Yeah, I got that shit's trash, dog.
See?
Listen, from them? I think Left 4 Dead is highly overrated, but I still don't get why.
It's still. I think you are highly insane.
Yeah, that's a great game. That's a great game.
That game's super overrated, but okay.
They were mods too.
Hey man, you welcome to have your opinion. It's wrong, but you can have it though.
All right.
Left 4 Dead was heat.
And nobody should be defending Valve's games right now.
Epic don't have games either though. What's your argument?
Fortnite, biggest game on the market right now.
Yeah, just Fortnite. That's the only game they got.
When's the last time Valve made a game?
The last time they made a game was Left 4 Dead, which people still play. They still mod.
How long like 2009 though?
It don't matter how long with Fortnite.
We wait
with Fortnite. They're not making no other games.
So let me get this straight. You think it will be another
headset, my guy?
Epic ain't making no other games, bro.
Makes a game?
Epic is not going to make no other game.
You think
bro.
Epic won't make a game for another decade?
Fortnite dies.
Come on, bro. Come on.
You think Epic won't make another game in the next decade?
They're not making another game.
Come on, Tig. Like,
you dropped 2 to 3 games, bro.
Bro, stop this. Tig. Blandrew was a virgin last time they made a game. Come on, man. That's how long it's been,
bro. Games that people enjoy. People enjoy Paragon. People was waiting for that on return. They enjoy playing that.
They enjoyed it so much they didn't buy it, huh?
It was free to play. What?
It was free to play.
Damn, they wouldn't even download that shit.
Thanks for proving my point.
Yeah, a lot of people played it. A lot of people are upset. That's why there's this new game that's made from the same assets as Paragon coming out because the fans wanted it.
You know what? I bet you nobody will play that either.
Yeah, they will. People were playing it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but Epic is also helping.
Playing no games, Bob. I'm arguing with you. What you be playing?
Listen, Epic
I literally just completed the whole Trails of the Sky trilogy.
You can say I don't beat games.
That literally took me about 300 hours. I don't want to hear your excuses.
Bond doesn't play multiplayer.
Bond don't even play multiplayer.
I literally beat the Trail in the Sky series.
Guru, what you was gonna say?
Epic is also helping small indie developers with
Valve is not doing.
And that's huge.
Whoa. Valve actually was helping to get games supported for Linux, and Epic went and ruined it. They
Getting games supported and help developing games is two different things.
Help get games to be supported.
Can I ask a question though? Can I ask a question?
I need somebody to defend me like.
Can I ask a question? Does anybody really care about Linux besides some nerds in their mother's basement?
Exactly. And that's what dude that owns Epic said.
And he's not wrong.
But there's a bunch of Linux gamers. There's a lot of people.
If you can't buy a PC to play games, that's your own fault at this point.
Some people like Linux because it's open source.
Look, I'd rather make new games than worry about the 10 people that are trying to game.
So it's all about you, though. It's all about you. I did.
It is about me.
I picture everybody that uses Linux like trying to be some type of edgelord and be different and like tries to hack the FBI on their Saturdays. Like come on, man. Why would you be using Linux?
I'm on Linux. Like,
Oh yeah, I use Linux.
That's the argument now. So now
it's all about you. Who's it supposed to be about? If it's not about
they probably bring that shit up like in random conversation.
You don't use my operating system.
I'm about to go to Starbucks, get a coffee, and then boot up Linux.
Argument, man, you don't deserve to play no game, man. I was losing, so I gotta make this excuse.
About to boot up Linux real quick. Shut up.
Get out of here.
Jabroni. Fuck out of here.
And he said jabroni. Oh my God, you did the people's eyebrow.
Oh, come on, man. We don't respect those weirdos using Linux. Come on.
I guess.
I
gotta learn it, unfortunately.
Instead of making new games, we're worried about the 10 people that want to play games on Linux.
They'll make a new game when they get something innovative, which they have a new game coming out because they found VR, and this is going to be. And this is going to be like always. Every time they make a Half-Life game,
weren't you saying to get your money up?
Pushing
Tell the
the
broke asses to buy a Windows PC.
Ooh, broke boy, Tick. That's.
I am broke. I don't even
Is it wrong for Valve to make shit that for other operating systems that people have?
Right,
Valve isn't making them. They're just making them compatible. That's my point. They're not making anything new.
We ever get that free game?
And they're making it compatible.
One of my
best
friends swears by Linux, man. And recently he got arrested. They found 5 people in his walls. So
what the fuck? No, that sounds legit. That sounds like somebody that would use Linux.
Yo, he loved Linux. And I came over the house. I was like, yo, what's that smell, fam? He's like, don't worry about it. So that's why I know he got locked up.
Don't worry about it.
Sounds about right.
The fuck?
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Epic making games. Fucking Valve's worried about porting games to a platform 10 people use. What the hell kind of argument?
Oh, now 10 people use Linux. He got stats.
When Epic takes
those stats from
to make its next game, come call me. Until then, you don't have an argument.
You probably going to the same
stats. I don't know where you got no stats from.
You just said the last game they made was Left 4 Dead. That was
we're talking about the whole 10 people using Linux, my guy.
Yeah. Name me one person you don't really like that games on Linux.
A guy. There's a guy I used to work with.
A guy. What's
a guy?
Just so
there's a guy I work with.
Not Tick. Tick. You said 10 people. You mean 9. My boy locked up.
But just to let you guys know something, if you use a retro console that's running on Linux,
can we confirm this?
Retro console.
Is this yeah. That's how they get around a lot of loopholes and stuff like that.
Well, there you go.
It's in the PS4.
But no, there's a guy that I used to work with named Nick, and he was a avid Linux user.
His name was Nick. Okay.
I ain't gonna say his whole name.
Hold on, no. What was his last name? Cannon?
Homie Nick at night, man. Leave that man alone, bro.
This shit don't sound believable. Come on.
That man's last name was Cage.
Come on, man.
Nicholas Cage?
He used to fly airplanes too, right?
Huh?
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, that one fell short. But yeah, I also had a customer who was also an avid Linux user as well, and he was telling me like, "Yo, I don't like using Windows. I don't really like using Apple," because he was buying an Apple computer. He was like, "I'd rather have Linux because Linux is better. You don't have to worry about nobody locking you down, telling you what you can't use or can use, and it's open source and faster."
But yeah, he can't play games on it.
The last game
Epic
made was Artifact.
Check, I don't believe you. What was his name?
Tick and Nick.
Tick removed one letter. He removed one letter.
BG, let me give you these stats for Tick, right?
Hey, you want me to invite him?
I want to meet Nick.
Listen to this, Tick. The last game Valve made was Artifact, a card game copy off of Hearthstone.
We're not talking about the game Valve made.
Yeah, Valve made Artifact.
Fortnite and then dropped 2 or 3
Are you letting me finish my point?
It don't make sense. Your point is pointless to make.
How can I have a pointless point when I can't even talk?
Because your point, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I'm speaking to the men in the room. You just stop talking right now. Anyway, like I said, Valve made Artifact. It was a bullshit rip-off copy of Hearthstone. It came out in 2018. That shit came out with 60,000 users at launch, and within 2 months, it dropped down to 1,500.
So if they had them stats, why would they come out with
can I finish my point, please?
Woman, hey boy, you be on your knees.
I'm speaking to the men. I'm speaking to them.
If you gave your knees a rest from being on,
is there a man I can speak to right here?
What are you talking about?
Jesus, let me finish my point. God damn, get back in the kitchen and make me a sandwich or something.
Oh shit.
Anyway, like I was saying,
it
dropped from 60,000 to 1,500 in 2 months of release, a 95% decline. It was so low that Twitch's category for the game had been used for porn.
Damn.
That's how bad it was.
Damn.
By July.
So what's that to do with them? What's that to do with them in Half-Life?
In 5 months, their game went from 60,000 to 100 players.
What's that to do with them in Half-Life?
100.
That's Valve's last game.
What does that have to do with them in Half-Life or giving out free games or whatever?
I'm just saying, Valve hasn't made a game in forever. That was good.
Okay.
Yeah, I just know
what does that have to do with the store?
I just know that man Nick is
as pointless, yo.
I just know that man Nick is as real as a tooth fairy. That's all I know.
Yeah,
he's as real as Valve's last good game.
He's as good as your knees.
Get my guy Nick.
At least my knees work.
Nick is a legend now.
Hey Bond, I could spin on my knees. Can you do that? Hey Bond, I can squat. I can do squats. Can you do squats, bro?
I don't look like that.
Why are you attacking that man knee situation?
I know.
Oh man,
yeah, I bet you my knees will last longer than Artifact's already dead.
No. Man.
Can Nick do squats?
Lead a man, Nick alone.
I never met a man that can spin on his knees. Hey, shout out to Tick.
Hey, what you mean by that? You spin on your knees and start spinning
on his knees? Hey, Tick, you play, boy? You can do dances and spin on your knees, bro.
Yeah, I bet you do that.
You break dancing?
Spin it in your mouth too.
You don't see the break dance and spin on his knees?
Oh man,
that's super sus right now. Spinning on your knees.
I know.
Hey, Bond, hold on, talk about Bond. You can't talk about stuff. You just asked a grown man. Literally just asked a grown man to make you food, bro. Come on, get out of here, man.
Because I was implying that you're acting like a woman.
Oh my
god! Wow, I really had to spell that out.
Get out of here, boy.
All right. Okay. Next topic.
And then.
Yo, Tick, you might end up in the CSAs, man. I'm reading these comment sections.
I don't care about being no CSA, boy.
Dick
Oh,
and
Tick
Tick.
definitely
I
corporate.
don't watch your channel. I can
You gonna be up there with oh no, I'm sucking Val's dick, Alex.
Wow.
Hey,
what you
you
saying?
on the CSAs, bro. I don't even watch your channel, so I don't care.
You don't need
I
to
even
watch it.
the channel. I
You
could
don't
care
need to
less
watch
about
it.
what you do. Hey, ain't you the same person that said
You
the
know,
DNA for me?
brings up a
Talking about
which brings
sus.
up a very
Hey,
good point.
There we go.
That you say you don't watch my channel, you don't care what I do, but then you lie and make accusations. I don't play any games. Which one is it?
Hey, that's from listening to the podcast. And every time they say, "Do you play it?" You ain't never
There we
answer.
go. I think I've beaten the most games this year. That's what's funny. So you obviously haven't been listening well.
What games you be beating?
What did I say I beat 5 minutes ago?
Like Trails or something.
Trials of the Road or whatever. Oh, okay.
Do you know what Legend of Heroes is, Tick?
Games, all right.
Nah,
Tick, do you know what Legend of Heroes is?
It was on Linux.
Nobody up in here better disrespect Trails of Skies.
I heard Nick beat that game.
Fire.
Nah,
He doesn't know what Legend of Heroes is.
hold on.
Yeah, that's a bomb ass RPG.
Hey,
You
Bob,
better fall back.
if you piss Tick off, he gonna send Nick on that ass, Playboy.
Oh
You better watch yourself.
Nick gonna take that road trip.
He gonna spin on his knees and karate chop that ass. You know what I mean?
Y'all would say, can we move on? Can we move? Kojima wants to go back to making a horror game. We know that. What was that last game he made that got canceled? Yeah, what was that name of that?
PT.
Yeah, PT. So
PT was dope.
I actually never got to. No, I did play it, but like I never really got the fascination of it.
It was creepy.
Yeah, it was creepy, but I would play a Kojima horror game. You know, I'll play anything from Kojima as long as it's not delivering packages. I mean, no.
The Death Stranding like a horror game. You get a fucking delivery across the goddamn
walking all
map.
that fucking time.
Yeah, you ain't got no fucking bike. You got on your legs.
Fucking watching that game makes my knees hurt.
Yeah, they got low-key. It's like goddamn.
Yeah.
There was mad dudes that made videos that was mad scared of PT when it dropped for real.
Shout out to Megas Reborn, the gameplay that's going right now. I think I can't see because J Got's name is blocking it, but I think he's in 200 combo. Yeah, he's over 200.
Oh yeah, 240.
That's pretty good. Shout out to him. Yeah, I'm here for a even though people think and they swear that I hate Kojima. You know, I'm here for a Kojima horror game. It was just Death Stranding, man. That was all. Here for that.
What like Kojima made like the Silent Hill series or something?
No.
He was gonna make a sequel to Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the PT, yeah.
All right, because I was gonna say I really never really liked the Silent Hill games. I know a lot of people like them. It's got a cult following, but I thought it was
when I played I played the first Silent Hill when I was a kid. I played about 30 minutes and I was terrified and traumatized, so I never
I only played one.
I was terrified from the controls and the animation.
That was the only game that's ever really scared me too. Like,
I
mean, when you go from Resident Evil, what happened?
I thought BG was scared of Gran Turismo.
Oh, hilarious!
Oh, well.
Hilarious.
Come from it.
You.
Well, that got awkwardly quiet.
Gran Turismo is just another boring drive in a circle game.
I heard that scared for you.
You drive in a circle and I didn't. What? They have real tricks,
bro.
I guess
It's a generalization.
Yo, this man said he watches the podcast, but he don't understand the most basic inside jokes of the podcast.
It's a generalization because that's all racing. You know, the racing
you realize
sims.
I've been on this podcast multiple times, right?
But apparently you weren't paying attention when you on it.
I know you were paying attention to your knees.
Here we go.
Here they go again.
Oh man, keep him spinning. You heard?
Out of pocket. Keep going.
He's spinning on his knees.
Hey, my man keeps saying the spinning goes. I don't know who he is, so I can't roast him.
Spinning on his knees. I
Hey,
never
Tick,
heard a grown man tell me they can spit on their knees.
Hey, Tick,
I gotta stop playing that shit, man.
Tick, I got mad love for you, bro. For real. As a matter of fact, my man Nick was actually telling me about you. He said you mad too.
Oh man, you know Nick too. All right.
Yo, Nick is a legend, bro. You don't know him?
You're a legend out here. He's in the gaming streets, yeah.
Yo, listen.
maybe I'm not as stupid. I just don't understand how this is a joke when I actually brought it. You asked me to bring up a person name.
All right, listen.
Maybe I'm not that retarded. I'm not that little.
Listen, Tick.
Wait. You said you not that retarded, so
I don't see how funny it is. Yeah, I'm kind of retarded.
All right, listen, Tick. Listen, Tick. This I need Nick on the podcast next week.
Like I'm just not that.
Nick invited to the podcast next week.
Get Nick on the podcast.
Yeah, Nick invited to the podcast next week, bro. We gotta meet this guy. This guy's a legend.
That Asperger's? That's crazy.
He's a legend and he don't even know it. Yo,
yeah, I just got Asperger's, but y'all got full blown retardation.
Okay,
like, I don't get it.
You got
so funny.
You got it, Tick. You got it.
I'm just sitting here like Nick. Why is it so funny about Nick? They asked me to say his name.
All right, you got it. Nah, you right. We tripping. Listen, Codemasters has acquired Slightly Mad Studios.
Ain't they? I heard.
Don't they do that racing game?
Yeah, both of them make racing games.
Codemasters is trying to make a realistic like race car.
Okay, yeah.
I thought they were making a console. Codemasters?
Who the fuck would have bought that?
Slightly Mad Studios. Remember they were working on that.
Who's gonna buy that?
I don't think so.
They're working on that Beast console or something like that.
Yeah, no consoles need to.
Don't they make Project Cars or some shit?
Yeah, Project Cars. Yeah.
Yeah, they said they was gonna bring it to Switch and then they never did. I remember that. Oh, Wii U. It was Wii U, I think.
Strong enough, man. How are we losing?
Yeah.
I remember Dr. Trey getting mad about that shit back in the day.
Oh yeah, it was put it on the console or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Well, come on, Golden State.
Oh yeah, they've been acquired. Okay.
It's like Bond about to get the number one seed in fantasy football.
Clyde, you said Golden State, fam?
I live in California.
Oh damn! I thought all the Golden State fans was dead. My bad, fam.
Damn.
All right.
I am hurt though, so we kind of got it all.
I know smooth.
Y'all
gonna get a high draft pick and be right back, bro. You good?
Yeah, the Golden State's just doing the Tim Duncan right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, Cloud, you doing better than Knicks out here? You heard?
I used to live in New York. I never capped for the.
He making a joke. He went back to the. I think that's what he did.
No, he said the Knicks.
No, he was talking about the Knicks. No, the real Knicks. Not that Nick.
I thought he was still going.
Hey, this man Asperger's out of control.
Oh
man. Still going.
More. Okay. So hold on. Check this out. So more PS5 devs have been seen out in the wild. We saw a picture. A developer had 2 of them. And I forgot. Somebody explained that the reason the dev kits are designed as like the V shape is so they're like easily stackable. So they can so developers can do stress tests, right? And also somebody had said that the reason we haven't been seeing any Xbox dev kits is because Xbox is like trying to keep the secret from Sony and catch them off guard. And like, does anybody buy that?
What the fuck does a dev kit prove? Like, the look of a dev kit doesn't prove anything.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what surprise it would be keeping a dev kit secret from Sony.
Specs. Full specs.
This nigga
said,
you what does a spec on a dev kit though?
But you can't even tell.
You can look at a box and tell what's in it.
No, from developers leaking shit.
Oh, they don't want to. But
but they still gonna have the dev kits regardless.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Like, no, here's the thing. One, I don't agree with that notion, but I'm just saying. The one way you can look at it is like, for example, now that developers have dev kits, leaks can actually come out. They can talk about that. So sure, it doesn't stop the developers from getting it. It just delays the information that Scarlet you can get. That's all. But I'm not saying that's what they're doing.
There was
nobody has a Scarlet dev kit.
There's no leaks about the PlayStation 5 unless that Sony didn't leak themselves.
Oh no, the leaks gonna come in, and the announcements are coming fairly soon. So.
What exactly do they think that PlayStation is going to steal for them, idea-wise?
I don't believe that is an actual true thing, but it's more so the power narrative. Because you know how those people kept all these rumors changing. Oh, PlayStation 21% more powerful.
I mean, I think just like the PS4 and the Xbox One, the consoles are going to be virtually pretty similar. I
mean, similar.
Imagine Scarlet being the strongest, but they promoting fucking Grounded on it. Like, who gives a shit at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Like, literally,
cartoon-looking graphics having the most power don't mean shit.
Like, whether Sony figures out your specs now or not is not going to make any difference. Like, it's not going to like make it. It's not going to give you an advantage. It's not going to give them an advantage. That's not really what's going to matter.
Unless it's way fucking stronger than the PlayStation, I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
I don't think it makes a difference. Who's
God
making the
damn
game?
it.
What are they making?
Yeah.
They're gonna have the same people make the hallways, so it don't matter.
Yeah, AMD get involved with both of them shits.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're
That's
not.
bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
'Cause they have an idea what's in each other's console.
Yeah, of course. They all got the same suppliers, though.
Yeah.
I'm willing to make a bet, though. I'm willing to make a bet.
Oh, hold on. What's the bet?
Go ahead. Right?
Hold on.
Go ahead.
The Scarlet is gonna out of the two consoles, going to be the first one to have a 120 per second game.
Hey,
kid, listen, I'll take
Bond,
that bet.
Bond, make the bet.
Every bet.
Bond, make the bet.
So what happens if not? What happens if neither has a
I'm taking that bet.
So,
120 game?
Bond, I'm putting my channel. I'm putting my employment on it. Make the bet.
I'll take it, Smooth. One game as usual.
Okay, who else? Who said?
But here's
No, it's
I think John Cloud is bugging right now, yo. I think y'all should know Xbox is
Smooth got inside information, bro.
Smooth. Here's my thing.
Yeah, y'all bugging if y'all didn't think Xbox was gonna do that.
What happens if no game has it?
Didn't you know? It is what it is. My thing is like, I don't want to play no 120 hertz game with a controller. It feels weird.
So you know you already lost.
The last time we thought Smooth had inside information on something, he ended up wrong.
I
though.
mean, he was wrong, but
Smooth. I need you to go to the Steam store right now because you already lost.
Why did I already lose?
Don't you remember?
Well, first of all, you guys didn't.
Smooth. Am I not bet or not?
He didn't even bet what he was.
We always bet one game. That's
One game. Who was the second? Somebody else had
Trigun.
Yeah, somebody else get ready to collect too, because you know Sony already demoed Gran Turismo about 120 frames per second on the PS4.
They actually did do that. Yeah,
that's why I'm saying it.
Is it 120? Is it 120 frames per second now?
But I'm saying you know they're gonna demo it on the PS5 as soon as they have the game ready.
I said the first one to release one.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Gran Turismo's already out, so
yeah, but is it 120 frames?
Not yet.
You said the first person to show.
No, I didn't say show.
Oh, we gonna have to go back to the tapes.
Come out.
Yo, chat,
man, you might have already lost this straight.
Chat, go back to the.
Go back because
I didn't say show.
I'm pretty sure he said show.
Somebody got to go back and listen. Hold on.
You might already
Go
lost.
back and rewind.
I think I said.
Oh man, it's too late to start. I want to take it out.
Hey,
I know for a fact.
If he said show, he lost. Other than that, I'm not betting on anything else.
If he said show, he already lost.
Oh,
if he said release, Bond, don't bet.
I mean, it's just honestly, I don't think either will show 120 frames game, but it's still a friendly bet.
If he said release, don't bet it. That's why I said if he said show, bet it right now because it's already out.
Somebody, the chat is checking.
Hey, yo, but like it's a demo, right? You said so. Are we going to believe that? Forget about having PlayStation 2.
We show that on our Cletus display at.
That's
CES.
what I'm saying. That's why I was like, I'll take it. It's already been shown.
Hey, Dark.
Oh, we tied up, baby. 21 seconds.
All right.
Somebody said Smooth lost the bet in record time. Oh boy.
Smooth, if you lose this one, I'll let you off the hook with like a $20 game. I won't take the price.
Man. Well, I'm being generous.
Smooth, you didn't specify and say like PS5 and next gen or anything. You just said
No, I said of the two. I said of the two.
What was his argument about?
That Scarlet will have the
first 120 frames per second game.
Yeah.
Oh, would already be false because PS4 was already showing that shit.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about no damn PlayStation 4, and it's not even.
You were not specific about that, bro.
Finally went back. He said
about that, Smooth.
He said the first one out, not shown.
Yes. Now give me my money.
you didn't win yet. You ain't win nothing yet.
You ain't win nothing yet, Smooth.
Jesus.
What the hell?
Okay, he said out of the two, Xbox will be the first one out. Not shown. Okay. All right. Okay.
All right, you save right now.
Don't take the bet. That shit might be the Battletoads game. Don't take that bet.
Battletoads at 120 frames.
That's crazy. Is this Red Hood on screen? Because he got guns.
That is.
That's the Arkham Knight.
The Dark Knight. That is.
Okay, that's the Arkham Knight. I'm like, why is this nigga shooting motherfuckers? What's going on? Okay.
Red Hood.
Smooth.
Trash.
Smooth. I'm a nice guy right now because right now they've already been showing demo Gran Turismo running 120 frames per second. You still want to do this?
Yes, because
Okay.
Gran Turismo it's been out and it's not currently.
Well, I'm just saying, they're just gonna, I'm just saying they're probably just gonna release, an updated version of Gran Turismo 6
re-release
on
the game for
PS5.
PS5.
And they can re-release the game for Xbox.
But what game would that be?
Oh, Sea of Thieves 120 frames?
I know that, like,
probably what, Horizon or whatever.
Forza.
They're not gonna do Forza at 120 frames.
Why not? You said so. They will do Gran Turismo, but they won't do Forza
Because they've already had it running. That's what I'm saying. All right, look, Smooth. I gave you the opportunity to take this bet. So the bet's on. First release 120 frames game, one game as usual, full price, correct?
Yep.
All right, it's official.
Hey, can I get in on that bet?
Hey, I said if it's a new game, don't take the bet. I don't know what they got.
Oh, it's official now.
Are we gonna let Digital Foundry be the metric?
Who else getting in on this bet?
Hey, can I get in on that bet?
Look, if it's 120 and drops down to 117, I don't want to hear any bullshit either.
I mean, it still go up to 120.
Oh, no. You can't say that. You can't say that.
If it goes up to 120, I think
PC games do that. Nah, don't say that. You can't say that. 120 is the target.
Yeah, but I'm saying if it hit 120, I think you win, though.
Yeah.
If it hit 120, it's the target. Yeah.
At least somewhat consistently.
Hey, I'll do the bet.
I'll do the bullshit, yo.
I'm surprised y'all don't think Xbox is gonna do that.
I mean,
I don't know if either of those things are gonna do it.
I mean, Super Stardust 3 on PS3 was 120 frames. You better hope they don't. You better hope they don't port that to PS5.
Especially with what Jack pointed out, they'll make a game look like an 8-bit game and have it running at 240 frames.
But I'm saying Sony has already released a 120 frame game on the PS3.
Like 15 more minutes.
You better hope they don't.
Smooth. Can I get on that bet? I just want the Black Baron clause. If I lose, I don't gotta pay. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
This is the.
You said the Stardust is the 120.
So
yeah, he
what
did.
what happens if what is this trash game we're watching?
Daemon X Machina. This game looks terrible, bro.
Oh
Hey, I wanted to have some Nintendo representation in the gameplay, bro.
Oh man. Could have picked a better game than that.
What happens if Nintendo is the first?
That's never gonna happen. Come on.
I definitely don't think that's happening.
Does that void the bet, Smooth?
I asked Hardhead to send me some Pokemon gameplay, but something happened.
Nintendo would have copyrighted that shit. You don't want Nintendo.
He ain't at the career.
You don't ever want to put Nintendo gameplay.
No, Nintendo is lax now though about it.
Yeah, but Pokemon Company will snatch it in a second.
Oh really?
Oh. Yeah,
Pokemon. They'll ban the video worldwide.
Really this video about to get taken down.
Oh, it's not. Not this one.
Yeah, it is. It is because Daemon X Machina doesn't allow any gameplay.
No, that's not true. They lifted that.
They lifted it?
Yeah, they lifted it.
Just why I wouldn't mess with Nintendo. They be tripping.
Yep, I agree.
Especially for this game, y'all should not be super strict about this one.
Well, that's what people say. That's what Game Explains.
Games aren't meant to be fun anymore, bro. Like you just play them now. It's for the experience.
Here you go, tick with that bullshit.
Oh boy. Okay. I mean, they only have one other topic unless I'm missing anything. So there was this streamer. I think she actually works for IGN, and she had went off on people for yeah, she went off on people for backseat gaming, and I could relate to that. Like I haven't streamed in months. But
I agree with her though.
But no, I be ready to kill somebody for backseat gaming. Like y'all seen me go off.
Yo, who is that beat?
You got like a feedback Dark Cloud.
Yeah. Just mute yourself. Yeah, I be ready to off people for backseat game. I remember one time in college, right? Dudes was playing 2K in this guy's room, right? And there was a guy behind him just talking mad shit. Just talking. He wasn't playing. They were playing. Dude talked mad shit in the background, and the dude was tight because he was down by like 20 in the third. He turned around. He didn't punch him. He open hand smacked this motherfucker.
Holy cow!
As he should.
For backseating in 2K. right? And they got the throwing down, and I'm like, and I tell people all the time, like, yo, that shit is annoying. Y'all think is a joke. I really don't like backseat gaming. I take that shit seriously.
This is what happened with the chick. She was playing Star Wars Fallen Order or whatever, and she was on the hardest difficulty. And she died to a boss maybe, I think, 2 times. And people was like, oh, change the difficulty. Oh, don't stream the game. Like, bro, you got... It be killing me. The people doing the same thing when I was playing Death Stranding. It's like, bro, I ain't never played this game. Y'all 20, 30 hours in. Like, I'm not going to know the mechanics off top. You got to get used to playing games, bro.
You know they do that because they get under y'all skin, though, right?
But but still though, it's stupid. How you gonna tell somebody to change the difficulty after dying twice? That don't even make sense. Like, I ain't never played this. Like, stop.
Nah, but to keep it a buck, I think what added to it was the Asian chick. Because I seen the video, the Asian chick was dumb tight about losing, and then that one comment really set off. At the same time, you got to look at all of this. Like what Tick was saying, like they just trying to get at you. Just keep it rocking and keep it moving. Just play the game. But she went in on dude that was like, yo, stop streaming.
Right.
But
some people be trolling this shit. But some people be dead ass.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you just need to
I block them.
When I streamed and people did that, I laugh with them. Like, yeah, I'm trash. I just be like, agreeing with them.
Nah, it's not a joke to me. I'd be ready to kill you. It's not funny at all to me. Like, bro, you got to understand. Like, we've been playing games for 20, 25 years. At least I have, and there's never been a game that I didn't eventually get through. So why are you telling me like to change the difficulty or some shit like that? Yo, people will get through it. Like, we make an exception. I'm sorry, we make an exception for Smooth. We guide him sometimes.
Even Smooth eventually learns.
Yeah, exactly. Even Smooth will eventually get there. Like,
they treat Smooth like he's special ed kid.
So like,
they treat Smooth like he got Asperger's.
Well, he a special gamer, man.
Like the first time, like, give me God of War. Like the beginning of that game where you run into the first, I forgot what they called.
Draugrs.
Yeah, the first Draugr.
Oh, man.
You're not prepared for how long.
Like one hit, like
you're not prepared for like that difficulty the first time you play it. I died to that first Draugr like at least 15 times. It got to the point where I thought a cutscene was supposed to initiate eventually. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I thought it was one of those, where you're supposed to like just go as long as you can and then a cutscene initiates. That's how weak you are in the beginning of the game, especially with the hard difficulty. But like eventually I got through it and I even beat all the fucking Valkyries. Like, so let people just play games and stop all this backseat gaming shit.
You shouldn't even let it get.
Couldn't you just block him off the top?
Oh, I block.
Just block him.
I block.
I tell people, I'm like, because sometimes, and that's another thing. Sometimes people don't want assistance. Like, they don't want you to tell you how to overcome
now
certain
that
shit.
Is a problem. Now that's
why?
Some people don't want you to spoil it for them, but like, if I don't, I'll just say like, all right, since y'all know what to do, tell me what to do instead of being an ass about it. Just tell me, assist me like you're supposed to instead of being an idiot.
The type of shit I like is like actual. I don't mind actual technical advice. Like yo, BG, you see that move right there? It's highly telegraphed. You can dodge it at the last second. Maybe some shit like that. But like people just be saying some dumb shit when they be backseat gaming. Like, and I don't like it.
But to play devil's advocate, think about it like this. Like, think about like a professional athlete. You go out there, people say all kind of stuff to you, get booed. You don't think like when you open up yourself to being on live stream, you're not opening up yourself.
You're definitely open to criticism. Yeah, but it's the level as which you do it though. You know what I mean? Like, it's a difference between trolling and just being like,
Yo, I read a tweet. I read a tweet. Somebody said professional athletes should go to people's regular jobs and boo them. that shit was funny.
Did you know what Ninja tweeted today?
Oh, he's an idiot.
Ninja is retarded. Bro,
he started on that shit, bro.
Wow.
What did
he said being an NFL. He pretty much said playing Fortnite is harder than being a kicker in the NFL. Like, bro, is he stupid? Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
everybody would do it. Like, come on, bro.
He definitely tripping with that.
So
Ninja said, no, go ahead.
So I know this is like probably the third time I've ever been to like a basketball game. So I was at the Warriors game last week, right? And yo, the way they were booing Chris Paul, I'm like, I would never want to play sports or have a nigga boo me like that, bro. Like,
They've been doing that their whole life. They used to that shit now.
Listen,
I used to love the booze, man. The booze are the best part.
Yo, they were literally telling this nigga he ain't shit. You should fucking die. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
All you gotta do is shut him up.
If Cloud was an athlete, it'll be Malice in the Palace every week. We already know.
You hear how they talk to people in Utah, right? They say if you black and you play basketball, do not go to Utah. They is saying all type of crazy shit.
Oh yeah, Utah been terrible.
Their owner had to do that speech in the beginning of the game last year. Remember?
Yeah.
When they banned the guy and the owner, she came out and she like admonished the whole crowd and said, "Look, we're not like this. When if you see anybody making comments like this, point them out. We'll throw them out. We'll ban them."
Like, yeah, Utah and Alabama are places I've been to
Boston?
Once.
Boston?
Yeah, Boston also. I've been to Alabama once, and let me tell you. First of all, I was scared for my life. First of all, we were driving through and suddenly cell reception cut out. I was like, I seen this in a movie once. Okay.
Alabama and Mississippi barely parts of the United States, BG.
Slavery's still legal in Alabama and Mississippi.
I seen a motherfucker with a mullet, and I'm like, yo, I thought this was just a stereotype. Like, this motherfucker really had a mullet. I was like, yeah, we got to get out of here, fam.
Nah, but that shit that Ninja said talking about. I don't know how these kickers be missing kicks. I was like, a person who twirls joysticks and presses buttons commenting on college
about
and
the
professional
pressure of a
athletes is
big
joke.
kick.
Yeah,
bro. Don't talk.
Another response though, right? Somebody pretty much just replaced everything he said with like Fortnite shit. And he's like, you can't compare the two. I didn't compare. Like, come on.
He said Fortnite takes actual skill, and I'm like, fam, you ever play sports before, my G? Get out of here.
That's definitely crazy. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of consistency in a kick. Yeah.
They kicking in different climates every week. Like
wind.
Yeah,
the wind. Come on, man.
Yeah,
it's a lot of wind.
Just kicking in general.
Trying to take your leg off.
To get fired.
Just kicking in general. Have you ever tried to kick a field goal before?
The Cowboys kicker, he's gonna get fired.
Did he miss some kicks?
He missed like 2 or 3 on Thursday.
I wish Jerry Jones could get fired.
They need to get
Jason Garrett the fuck out of there.
Nah, they need to get Jerry Jones out of there.
Yeah,
hopefully that nigga just died. Like,
wow.
Damn, bro.
Wow.
Fuck Jerry Jones, bro.
Jackson, hope that nigga died.
Jerry Jones a piece of shit, bro.
Oh shit, bro.
Look at every coach he got that was a good coach, and he ruined them. Like, look at what was it? Parcell.
Yeah, Bill.
I've heard stories about Jerry Jones where I don't have any sympathy for.
Like, he controls the field. He don't let you coach.
Yeah, he be saying some wild shit, my guy.
Because they were talking to him after the game, like he coached the game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that is true. I've never seen the owner as much like after post game interviews.
Yeah, all right, it's kind of weird.
It's the Super Bowl. Which...
Oh, no, he's always been like that outspoken owner. I'm about to get to these super chats. Topic.
All right, yeah, end this.
Yeah. So Nick coming on next week.
What's going on?
Oh, BG. Am I supposed to play Neo or Neo?
Near Automata.
Piece of crap. You know that?
Ah, man, I'm about to change my handle to Nick.
Hey,
be on this bitch next week.
Hey, BG,
I heard Neo's a long game, isn't it?
Near? It got different endings.
No, Neo, I heard is a long game.
Neo, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Neo's
I felt bad for BG when they were talking about driving in vehicles and he was wilding. And he keep coming at me.
See, Tech do know the references. There you go.
All right.
Hey, BG, we taking a break after the game.
It's just irrelevant to me, so I don't really know much.
Is we what?
I said we taking a break after the Game Awards since ain't shit gonna be happening.
Yeah. That's fine. After so that would be the. Hold on, let me.
I know press start. We taking off 3 weeks after that.
So that would be the 22nd and the 29th we take off then, right? Like no.
The Game Awards on the 12th, so yeah, I think so.
If we do that, then we have to do the list of games we beat that same podcast as the Game Awards then.
Ooh. Or when we come back.
$11.
Or when we
we'll
come back.
We'll be back on what? That's the 5th?
Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, nothing usually happens. The last 2 weeks in December is usually extremely dry. So, yeah, I think we could take those off. Unless something like
some crazy
groundbreaking and some bombs drop in December for some reason. Yeah, but yeah, we can
Jason
take.
Garrett is married to Jerry Jones' daughter. Is he?
What is that? Funny.
Man.
Do what again?
I didn't know that. Sheesh.
He said Jason Garrett's married to Jerry Jones' daughter?
That's what Faye just said in the chat.
Yeah, because my uncle thought it was
Might
married some reporter.
Soul King says, funny thing, the year Sony focuses on VR is one of their most mediocre years this generation. So might be a correlation.
True.
What type of
possibility?
Because they didn't need to
Facts.
have anything come
Facts.
out.
It's a possibility.
How did they focus on VR this year?
Smooth.
Last year.
Stop
Over any other
eating
year.
when you're
That is
talking.
not me, bro.
That's somebody typing, boy.
No, I hear.
Damn,
You heard somebody crunching.
Jay the Light Seeker said, "Remember PS Move and Xbox motion gaming? Trash." Glinzer said, "What are Tick's top 5 VR games?"
Ooh, good question.
Tick?
What? What was that?
Your top 5 VR games.
Top 5. Pavlov, Rec Room. What else?
What is this trash he's naming?
VR games.
Oh, hell, man, you can't get it.
Pavlov, Rec Room. It's another game I play.
5, bro.
Hold up. Well, I gotta pull up my Steam.
Ask Nick real quick.
Nick's Journey.
Now, what's that shit
Nick's
you be
Journey
playing
to
in the
the-
Discord? You was having fun playing that shit.
Oh, Brookhaven's, because I do play that a lot. Brookhaven's Experiment.
Are these just
And-
the 5 games you played overall?
No, it's just a bunch. Hold on, I gotta look at the names. So yeah, that's 3 right there.
Spooky.
And
Yo, you making us look bad, dog. Farpoint, Firewatch Zero, Firewall Zero, Concrete
I like
Genie,
Beat Saber.
and I also like what is it? Astro Boy and Playroom.
Hey, I'm riding with
Oh,
Phil.
yeah.
VR trash confirmed.
Hey, you fuck with what's
I
up?
think I beat ROM Extraction. I did a video on that ROM Extraction. Then,
Didn't Facebook buy the developer of Beat Saber, by the way?
Yeah, as a fan of the game, I don't like that because Facebook, you know, they be
Don't
spying on
Facebook own a VR company though?
Yo, question.
Oculus.
Was
Dude,
this fall
Oculus.
sale?
Look bad, dog.
BG,
Oh,
was
yeah,
this
but
fall
that's
sale
like
that just
Beat Saber's
happened on
the
Steam? Was that
like,
the winter
VR
sale?
game.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's the same as the winter sale. I don't think so.
I'm gonna wait till the winter sale before I buy Near Automata. Then I got time.
Yeah, I think there's
Yeah,
another.
so that's the 5 I normally would play. So yeah, Pavlov. What did I say? Pavlov. Rec Room was like my favorite when I played that.
Pavlov.
ROM Extraction. I played that. I like to play Gorn sometimes when I want to go on and just like mutilate people.
Yo, this
And,
Daemon X Machina look like frenetic diarrhea, bro. This
cutting me off, man. I had one more now.
Hey, you played Blood and Truth Tick? Well, I know that's on PS.
Fire. Fire.
Is it?
Oh, in the lab.
What was that?
Let me put the lab stuff.
What was
on
that?
it.
That super hot Beat Saber?
I don't like Beat Saber.
dope.
I really don't like Beat
That
Saber.
shit look mad difficult.
Like I was
Blood
thinking
and
about buying
Truth
it,
is
but I just
fucking
never bought it.
amazing. This is probably the
Beat
only
Saber's
VR
dope, man.
game.
I don't think it's hard.
Oh, I forgot. How I forget about this game? 'Cause this game is where you get a workout. Knockout League. 'Cause it's like Punch Out but in VR.
Oh shit,
Like,
I
that
can check
game
that out.
was-
Shit.
Said Knockout League.
I think that's 5
Knockout
right
League.
there.
Yeah.
okay.
Good job.
You
I
took
see it.
so long, bro. You making us look bad.
Yo, it's so many to think of, dog. Like, and you put me on the spot.
Hey,
Like, I gotta put on
I'll
the
wait
spot
till
too,
next
so.
gen for VR, my G.
But I got,
Yo, if
I
you
got
want a
videos
dope
I can
ass
post to
game
show
to
that
play,
I
if
was
you like
definitely
shooters, get Blood and Truth. That game is absolutely amazing for a
I know,
VR
I never
game.
heard of it. What's Blood and Truth? Is that
You
like
never
an
heard of Blood
Oculus
and
something game?
No, that's
Nah,
that's
it's
PS,
only it's a
PSVR.
PlayStation exclusive.
I ain't gonna
No,
lie.
no,
that came out,
Gangster
people
joint.
talk
I played
about-
that at
can't
my
remember
home.
the
I ain't gonna lie. I think my wife would like VR, but like, it would be something like I think great for people when they come over to try out, but not for me.
So they can break a TV.
The only way
Yeah, I
I'm
was gonna
getting
say, be
VR,
careful, bro, because like some people don't.
the only way I'm getting VR is if Cloud adopt me and he buys it for me for Christmas.
My kids don't even touch my VR.
So you
headset.
need a
I'm
big
not
ass
gonna
space
happen.
to do VR. Like you got to walk around and all that shit, or you can't.
Nah,
Well,
I
not-
had-
Is it like the
when I'm in
Wii?
my-
You got to be standing up the whole time playing that shit.
When I have it set up in my bedroom, it's literally like it's not even. It's like a small little box I use in here. But then I take it to the living room when I want to play like room size games.
Blandrew, you really gonna lie and say this is a good game? I can't see it, dog.
Yeah, if I knock my TV over, I'd be fucking.
Nah, that game is
heated,
garbage.
bro.
Hey man.
That game didn't even get reviewed well. The Daemon X Machina, I skipped that game.
Oh wow.
Well, Papa John said keep the same energy for Spider-Man.
Huh?
He's talking about the monotony of Batman.
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man definitely had some, the monotonous side quests. We definitely,
I mean, Spider-Man was dope.
yeah, we definitely admitted that it was like, them side quests definitely needed better.
Them random
I got that
crimes
plat for
that
Spider-Man.
fucking day, bro.
Flaffy 101 says success of Fortnite gave us free games on Epic. Hovey186 says, shout out to BG and Black Bond.
Oh, with the dolphin emojis?
Yeah, he put the dolphin emojis. You dirty.
I saw that. That
you
was
dirty. I thought that was like a legitimate shout out. You dirty for that.
Yo, what is with this girl on Twitch whose dog is like
Alinity was eating her ass.
Bro, that was crazy.
Alinity allowed her dog to eat her ass. Yeah, terrible.
It's humping her right now.
While she was in a fucking handstand? Like,
yeah,
bro.
hate to see it.
She was actually in that downward facing dog. You heard?
Yeah, hate to see it.
The dog is mounting her when she's on her stomach.
Yeah, and she
had like no reaction to that shit. I'm like, that looked crazy.
She thought it was hilarious. Like he.
That's the same chick that gave her cat some vodka and threw the cat over her head. That's the same chick.
Where is this bullshit?
She used the N-word, slapped the sticker on the cat's face. He couldn't breathe.
A grocery store.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, she the same one doing all that stupid shit.
I gotta give Mixer a shout out. You don't see that shit over there.
Why you giving Mixer a shout out? What's going on?
Well, because you won't see stupid shit you see on Twitch over there. I don't think you would.
Well, not yet.
You know what I mean?
Syph said, what's Nick's top 5 Linux games in VR?
Shout out to my boy. That's my podcast mate. You heard? Shout out to Sai.
Oh boy.
Nick the new meme, man.
Yeah. Brian Lobo said tick for the CSAs 2019.
Damn.
Oh yeah, hashtag Nick.
That's gonna be the hashtag.
Papa John said.
Yo, Papa John said he ate 40 pizzas in like a week.
Bro, did you see how crazy that man look now, bro? He's like, their day of reckoning is upon them. Like, nigga, what the fuck?
Didn't he step down or something?
Yeah. That motherfucker like Satan now, bro. He looks crazy.
They kicked him down.
He was at that Trump MAGA rally a month ago.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, man.
In the front row cheering like he crazy.
Yeah, once you kick somebody, when somebody get knocked off of like the tier that he was on, that'll see you all the way crazy.
Bro, he ate 40 pizzas in 30 days. I can't even do no shit like that. That's crazy.
He conquered Jiggy Foods in a weekend.
Man, goddamn.
Put Jiggy Foods out of business.
I'm telling you, goddamn.
Papa
Yo,
John's.
Jack, when you come to California, you do a Jiggy Food, man.
Oh man, we linking up, bro. What's good?
Of course.
Oh shit.
Papa John said Nick is more of a gamer than Tick.
Oh man.
And lastly,
ass right now.
Avedon Smith said early Christmas BG. You and the cast keep doing y'all thing. Appreciate it, bro. Shout out to you.
No doubt, no doubt.
And that is the last. And let's do these outros. Nintendo Guru.
Man, thank you again for having me on. I really, truly appreciate it. Anybody looking for my content, just follow me. Instagram, Twitter, at Nintendo Guru. So same thing on Twitch. YouTube.com/Nintendo Guru. Again, thank you, BG, for having me.
Jay Got.
BG, thanks for the invite. It was cool being on the podcast. Just want to say VR and PC is the way to go if anybody's interested.
All right.
I agree.
Yo, Blandrew, for next week, you got to send me something better that represents Nintendo. Nintendo got a lot of good games.
They got that Sonic and Mario at the Olympics.
Hey, if you need Nintendo games, I'll send you some stuff, man.
Yeah, send me some gameplay, because out of everything, this man sent me this. I'm disappointed.
Some gameplay in VR.
Disappointed.
Oh, that might be. Oh, how would that look though?
Labo VR, man.
It's just like you watching it.
It don't look good, man. Don't show people.
No, look,
I don't think it's 16:9, right?
It's not even that. It don't look the same.
It's not representative of what you're.
It's not
saying.
representative
like 4:9.
Well, I'll do it with me on camera then at the same time.
Oh,
nobody want to see you, dog.
Oh, you're gonna mix me out?
Oh man. Come on, bro.
Smooth.
What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you follow me on Mixer, mixer.com/IamKidSmooth. Oh, BG, when you paying me that next gen bet?
Next gen didn't even start yet.
Got the bets lined up.
Okay, next gen didn't even start yet. You gonna get it? Don't worry. Ain't worry about when Microsoft gonna give you some games. That's it.
Oh shit.
The priority. Trigun.
Hey, appreciate you having me on the show. It's your boy Trigun411. Hit me on Twitter at Trigun4848. Hit me on Twitch /Dragon411. Check out Friday Night Gaming Podcast, one of the dopest podcasts on here. Shout out to my boy Sly. And make donations to Ticket Nick at Aspergers.com. You heard?
Hey, that man did way too much at the beginning and the
Hey,
end of the
Tick, you my
podcast.
man though, Tick. You my man, Tick. We rocking.
Nah, Nick, your man. We tell Nick that.
Yo, y'all gotta. Oh no, weapon wheel memes. Oh my god, I gotta put this on
That
screen.
might have been the best. That might have been the best outro of all time, right there.
Hey, let's get it, baby. We out here.
Bond.
Hashtag thank you,
You know,
bro.
I feel a lot better after today. You know, even though my fucking Eagles suck, but you know, we gonna keep it moving.
All right.
It'll be all right, man. I'm a Giants fan.
We didn't do the outro. Jimmy.
Yo, what's up, J Mega Games, man? It is what it is. Have a good night. Peace.
Cloud.
Yo, it was good. Thanks for having me on, man. I got a question, Jack. How you loving that 950G?
It's I fuck with it heavy.
All right, you see your boy came to the truth too and got an A9G, and ain't looking back at no LG OLEDs.
Oh man,
you know they rated better though. I don't know why you.
Yeah, your TV calibrated?
Oh man, I don't got the OLED, man. But
All
you know
right,
they
then
just
that
rated
score
better,
don't
man.
mean shit then. Unless
You
you
know
pay
they rated
to get it
better, though.
calibrated, it don't mean shit.
Or our things is rated better.
You know our things take donations from Samsung, right?
Hey, yo, look at the screen though.
TV though.
I don't see shit.
I don't see
Neither
nothing.
do I.
It must be late. Hold on, it's coming up.
I see it.
Yeah, did we talk about how Shenmue bombed?
Yo, no.
Do we have to? I mean, we should. Who did do the outro?
Appreciate y'all for watching. Check out the Weapon Wheel Podcast on Patreon if you feel like it. Check me out, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Mixer, Jack Move Johnny, and we gonna continue Death Stranding probably tomorrow.
And if we get 1,000 likes, you get a free game stream. Don't know if that's gonna happen though.
Yeah, you already know. Don't even ask for the likes, man.
All right, Tick, you did yours?
Nah.
Go ahead.
Yo, shout outs to my man Nick, man. See our picture up there. We out here using Linux, you know, Epic running for us, man. But shout outs to us, man. But anyway, yeah, I don't know what to say, man. Bond, watch your knees. We go.
All right. Peace, y'all. Catch y'all next week.
He's out.
Oh my god, these fucking hoes.
Sweet. What's this?